people standing in the hall staring in the window.
Corporate people.
What do they want?
I don't know. We were talking to Seabird earlier. Yeah, he said.
Are they going to stand out there during the whole show?
I don't know. They've been there for about 3 or 4 minutes.
CBS corporate?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not on in the hall.
Apparently not.
Eddie, close the blinds. What?
Nothing. You don't know who that is, though.
I don't care who it is. I don't want them staring in here while I'm working. I don't go stand in their office and hover over their desk going, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You on the phone?
No.
This is not the zoo. It's not the circus. This is not an aquarium.
People forget that sometimes. They see that big mirror there, the glass. They think that must be for them to look in.
No, it's so we could look out.
We could do that. We could put one-way glass in there, or that stuff that you put on the next one-way, where you can't look in. That's just a film.
Yeah, that's just regular window tinting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get that. I like that. Or we can leave the windows like that, the way they are now, and every time they come by, we just try to act like we're swimming around in the studio. Doing your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's corporate doing in town?
I don't know. No idea.
Well, I don't like it.
Okay.
It looked like they wanted to talk to me when I walked in.
Sure they did. Maybe that's why they were standing out there, waiting for you. I don't know. They've been with Seabird, that's all I know.
Well, if they're high enough up the food chain, maybe we should go get their pants.
Let's don't.
Oh, come on. Let's send them back to New York without no pants. They show back up at,
JFK.
Is it the New York?
Yeah.
I was thinking that. What's the one with the G?
LaGuardia.
Yeah, LaGuardia. Yeah. Show up LaGuardia. Without any pants. Oh, you went to Dallas.
How was Russ doing?
That was good. I see your son's pantaloons. All right. You know what? When we stop making this company millions of dollars, then I won't worry about their pains. But right now, I want their pains. Okay. Let's go get them now.
No, let's...
Come on.
No, they've moved on.
Want to?
No.
All right. Okay. Oh, look. Trey has turned in his first book report. Very nice. You know the book I got from Men's Health, the Testosterone Advantage? Mm-hmm. I decided I didn't want to read it. So I gave it to Trey, and I want a book report on every chapter every day. You want to hear chapter 1? You're going to wait till later.
That's up to you.
All right. Here's his report on chapter 1 of the Testosterone Advantage Plan. Chapter 1. Men have been overlooked and misled when it comes to fitness, weight loss plans, and exercise plans. Since the AHA started singing the praises of low fat and exercises, the percentage of obese men has risen from 10.4 to 19.9% in 1994. That was from 1960 to 94. So it's gone from 10.4 to almost 20%.
Wow.
And by the way, I don't think, here's another thing about this book that I think is a crock, is who pays attention to the food pyramid? Or pays attention to what the government tells us to eat?
Nobody.
So how can they say, what is AHA?
American Heart Association.
Yeah. Who pays attention to them? I don't even know what that stands for. It's got nothing to do with praises of low-fat diet and exercise. Nobody pays attention to them. Mm-hmm. Just like this book. It's going to come and go. Nobody's going to pay attention to it. A low-fat diet and exercise does work. You expend more than you take in.
Always has.
This plan is a new paradigm. It's a diet that allows you to eat less, but feel like you've eaten more. Obviously, it's going to have protein and fat, because I believe that fills you up. It's going to increase your metabolism and boost your testosterone. It's going to present a workout plan designed especially for men. Average American ate 3,300 calories in 1970, 3,800 in 1994. That's 500 calories. If you added 500 calories to your diet without compensating for exercise, you'd gain a pound a week. This isn't a book report. He just took sections out and put it on paper. I remember reading this stuff. Aren't you supposed to, in a book report, aren't you supposed to read it and then paraphrase?
Put it in your own words, yeah.
Yeah, that's not what he's doing.
No, that's plagiarizing.
Eddie, give me that pen. Thank you. Plagiarism. F. He'll have to do it again. But I'll read what else he's plagiarized.
Okay.
Once you get fat, you don't care, and it's easier to get fatter. Fact 1, low-fat diets lower testosterone, making it harder to build muscle and easier to store fat. Fact 2, aerobic exercise programs make it harder to build muscle. Fact 3. Did you get any of this from your trainer at 24 Hour?
Basically, her deal was she gave me a balanced diet.
Yes.
It has everything on it, including peanut butter.
Okay.
Whatever I wanted. And she just balanced it out.
Yeah.
And there's just 3 big days of 2,100 to 2,400 calories a day. Yeah. And then one of about 2,000. 3 and 1, 3 and 1. And I work out 3 times a week for an hour.
Okay.
It's all free weights. It's none of the big, nasty machines. Except for the lat pulls, is what I use the machine for.
Right. So it was just stuff to tone up?
Yeah.
Did you do aerobic?
I did no aerobic.
Did she suggest aerobic?
She said well, yes, that is not true.
She suggested
aerobic class, but the days I don't do muscle,
right.
She goes, you should walk or get down in the pool and just raise your heart rate a little bit.
So she suggested aerobic?
Correct.
Okay.
Not like an aerobic class, per se.
But she suggested aerobic?
Yes.
That's fact 3, less muscle means a slower metabolism, which means more fat. Fact 4, weight training enhances the structural integrity of joints and connective tissue. That should be the first exercise choice for men. The food guide pyramid put out by the U.S. government that stresses eating a lot of carbs is wrong. The AHA, Harvard and physicians, typo. Well, he's already got an F though, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll mark it anyway. Committee for Responsible Medicine advocate the USDA rethinking the pyramid. In Men's Health Trial Program, this is my favorite part, this book. Mm-hmm. Normally when you test out something, you want to test it on as large of a group as possible.
Sure.
Did I tell you yesterday how many people they ended up using on?
No.
Okay. They started with 30.
This was their test group?
Uh-huh. Well, that's what they started with. 16 was what they ended up with.
Wow. Half of them dropped out just because it was not working or too hard?
Because it was going to be too big of a pain in the ass. Well, I
heard the list of stuff you had to buy.
All the stuff you got to go buy. What guy's going to go do that? If you don't make it easy, nobody's going to do it. Why is it nobody gets that? Larry North said, hey, look, eat 4 or 5 times a day. Keep your metabolism up. You can eat these certain things. And it wasn't that big of a deal.
Mm-mm. Any combination.
I don't have the time and trouble to think about it, so I adapted my own diet to something I can live with. So I have the bulk of burgers at noon with onions. At night, chicken and grilled vegetables.
What do you do for breakfast?
I don't.
So you only eat twice a day?
That's right. But I make up for it by getting based every night.
That's okay.
So there's some calories in that.
Empty calories.
Yes. Have to have that. Mm-hmm. What good is it watching your weight if you can't get plowed?
Some people work out and don't get plowed.
That's stupid.
Why?
That's stupid talk. What's the purpose of living if you're going to torture yourself until you're dead?
Some people don't think that's torture.
Eating low fat?
No. Drinking every night. I mean,
it's not torture.
Some people.
It's fun. It's exotic. It's recreational. It's anything you want it to be. It's everywhere you want it to be. Oh, whiskey.
That's true.
I mean, why would you want to cut back on everything?
You don't. You don't smoke. You don't power sweets. I mean, the worst thing you'd probably do all day is the little chocolate almonds you eat.
That's my carbs.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing I do is drink.
Yeah.
Committee for Responsible Medicine Advocate the U.S. says in men's health trial program, they had 16 guys on a 9-week program based on the testosterone plan. Average weight loss was 16 pounds. That's chapter 1, which obviously will have to be rewritten, since he plagiarized. Okay, so it's F. I'm going to have to keep a book.
You want me to hold those?
What is today?
Today is the 6th of May.
Cinco de Seis. Okay. On 5-6, Mr. Trenholm. And seat 6A. Got an F. Okay. He doesn't pass the class in 22 weeks, we kill him. Because I think there are 22 chapters.
That's pretty tough punishment, don't you think?
Can you think of a better reason to pass?
No.
Cramming for finals. All right. So that's chapter 1. Hi, Bob.
How are you, sir?
Good.
Good. I hear you're looking for some tint on your studio.
Yes.
Well, I can take care of that for you.
You guys do that?
Yes, sir.
What's the company?
DFW Tint.
What's the biggest hunk of window you can tint?
Big as you got it.
Okay. What do you figure that window is, Eddie? Like 9 by 4? At least. All right. We figure it's about 9 by 4.
Okay. It's a done deal.
All right, hold on. And line 9.
Sure, it's that reflective stuff, so looking in, it's a mirror.
Yeah.
Looking out, we can see.
Right. That's what I like. Now, do we want it where did he hang up? Oh, you already got the stuff? Okay. I kind of like something we could take off if we needed to, but I don't know how you do that.
The only way to do that would be to have another piece of plexiglass, the same size, actually.
Oh, that's too big of a pain in the ass.
And then it's up and down.
I'll have to dwell on it.
Yeah, because if you ever start having a studio audience again, they won't be able to see in.
It's all right.
What fun will it be for them to come up here and stare at themselves in a mirror?
I don't care. It's fun for them. It's fun for us.
Okay.
All right. I don't have anything else. You ready to go?
Sure.
Okay. All right, 324. J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. And news is brought to us by SBC Communications and by our good friends at MTV. Also by Coyote Ugly. Come out. I'll be there Thursday night. Fox is doing an open casting call for their next reality TV show called Paradise Hotel. They'll be looking for men and for women. But if you got what it takes, come on down to Coyote Ugly, Commerce Street in Deep Ellum. I'll be there Thursday from 8 to 10. Talk Rockers coming at 9:30. $1 drafts, $2 domestics. It'll be a big party.
What happened with the TNT or TBS thing that Ripley's was going to shoot? They asked me about.
I called her and talked to her directly and said, okay, what exactly is Russ going to be doing on this show? She said, he'll be guest hosting. I went, all right, so he's hosting the hour-long show. She said, well, no. The animal portion, shot in 16 cities, is only going to be a part of a 1-hour show. I said, our safe. I said, so 40 minutes.
So the Ripley's thing could be just the wonderful world of Ripley's, and one small section of it is going to be animals. So it's not a 1-hour special on animals.
No.
All right, that's one. Go ahead.
So I said, how long would the animals part be? She goes, well, I don't know. We haven't edited yet. I said, I'm quite aware of that. What are you shooting for? She said, about 5 minutes. I went, all right, 16 cities, 5 minutes.
Right.
Most likely each host is going to be, if on camera at all, 8 or 10 seconds. She goes, well, that could happen.
Right.
And you want him to spend a whole Saturday out there to do this. So I passed for you.
Did you already tell her no?
Yes.
Damn.
Why?
I want to tell him no myself.
Well, you could get her hopes back up. Call her.
Do you have her number?
It's in the office. I can get it.
I'd just like to run through the whole thing with her and go, okay, we're going to do this. And you're going to want me out there for 4 or 5 hours. What's my talent fee going to be? Who's going to pay my talent?
Well, you're going to be on television nationwide.
I don't care. So who's going to pay my talent?
Most disc jockeys jump at that.
Why?
They just do. They think it's
What
cool.
good is it going to do me to be on television for 8 seconds?
None.
8 seconds nationally on people. What is that going to do?
Because at first she said, we're shooting this show on America's Most Amazing Animals.
Right.
And then you're going to be the guest host.
Right.
Oh, well, that might be fun. That might be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you tabulate 5 minutes in 16 cities, and if we don't have any amazing animals, Dallas might not even be one of them in the final show.
Yeah. And they wanted us to broadcast from out there, right?
And they wanted to broadcast.
Yeah. And they going to pay for that?
No.
Why would we want to do that then?
Maybe the Ripley's people at the museum, the Wax Museum, were going to kick in some
I doubt it.
Commercial money. I said, that's not my end of it. I'll ask Russ.
Yeah, during this next break, why don't you say, Russ has rethought it? And I'd like to talk to you about it on the air. Okay. Be good publicity for your event coming up. We'll even plug the date. Mm-hmm. Don't tell her I'm going to drill her hole.
Okay. Poor little producer girl. She's just doing her job.
What, trying to run around hose guys to get on something and milk us for a 3-4 hour broadcast?
Mm-hmm.
And not pay me for anything?
Mm-hmm. A la Jenny Jones.
Nanny, please.
Stop. Tuesday, May 6, 2003. George Clooney is 42 today. Bob Seger is 58. Willie Mays turns 72. After nearly 10 months at sea, the USS Abraham Lincoln returned home today, greeted by thousands of delirious waving signs, blowing kisses, carrying red, white, and blue balloons. About 3,000 soldiers were aboard the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, the first to disembark with the ship's 87 new dads, whose wives and babies were waiting for them at the front of the line. Also had the line were 13 winners of the First Kiss raffle they had on board the aircraft carrier. Country radio station KKCS, this is in Colorado Springs, Colorado, has suspended 2 disc jockeys for playing the Dixie Chicks, violating a ban imposed after the group criticized President George, of course. Dave Moore and Jeff Singer are their names. Station manager Jerry Grant reports. They said they made it very clear that they support wholeheartedly the President of the United States. They support wholeheartedly the troops and the military. They also support the right of free speech. That's this Dave and Jeff guy. Mm-hmm. Jerry said Moore and Singer will be out a few days.
What wire service picked that up?
This was NBC5i.com.
Which means they probably picked it up. Obviously, they picked it up off of something.
So off something else, yeah.
What is it I keep telling people?
I know.
It's a hose. It's obviously a hose. Nobody's going to get suspended for playing the Dixie Chicks. These dorks obviously have vacation time coming up, and they're going to take it off. This Dixie Chick thing has died down. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a rat's ass. They've come back. They've done their first concert. Mm-hmm. There were 7 protesters. The second night, I believe there was only 1.
1, yes.
Nothing else has happened. Everybody's forgotten about it. They've moved on. These guys didn't get this.
People keep falling for it, though. That's why.
I don't understand how you could do that. This is a radio stunt that's been going on since the 60s. Mm-hmm. You can ask Chapman. He's probably seen all of it. Every single stupid radio stunt that anybody could do, he's probably seen.
Yeah, there's the story about the one protester. A lone protester stood outside the sold-out Dixie Chicks concert in Florida.
Nobody cares, and nobody's certainly going to get suspended. You guys don't stop playing the Dixie Chicks. It's what I told them. You don't stop playing the Dixie Chicks, you're fired.
Country Music Television has issued a press release yesterday announcing that it is now the sponsor of the Dixie Chicks tour. Why didn't they come out before, obviously?
Who is this?
CMT, Country Music Television. Oh. They've always been the sponsor, but they were just...
Well, they heard about these 2 guys getting suspended, and they thought, we better back off of this, because... lost their jobs. Nobody that's on the air saying they're going to get fired or about to quit is going to get fired or quits. I don't know why you guys can't pick that up. Never, ever trust anybody about this but me. When I say it, it's real. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okie dokie. Let's see what else is going on. 2 inventors in Dallas are rousing the interest in their new product. It's an electronic device that's supposed to cut in half the time it takes for a woman to achieve an orgasm.
I'd like some. Are they here yet?
Slightest touch. I don't have one. Is an electronic sex toy that attaches by 2 electrodes to a woman's ankles. Co-inventor Bob Hansen says once the device is turned on, it sends a special sound frequency coursing through the body that somehow gets a woman all hot and bothered without even being touched. Ladies won't actually be able to climax without physical contact. But even then, it should be just the slightest touch. The frequency supposedly reduces a woman's arousal time in half, but for some reason has no effect on men. Being able to sexually charge a woman without hooking her up, or just by hooking her up to electrodes isn't cheap either. The calculator-sized gadget is $200.
And they're in Dallas?
Dallas, 10 vendors in Dallas, yes.
Is the product already out?
Apparently, yes. That's what it says. They're available.
Is Brainiac in the office?
Yes, he is.
Is there a website on there or anything?
Yeah, and a phone number.
What is it? Brainiac, come get this. I want one. And someone to test it on. The Brittany chicks, Brittany? What's the chick from Wild? Bethany. She's still over there? She still work there?
Yes, she still does work there, yes.
Why don't you call her, see if she wants an O? Here, call these guys and see, can you get me that? Okay. By the way, do you know who the mouth breathers were that were out in the hall?
I do not. I can find out for you. If you
yes, that would be nice. I'd like to know whose pants I'm going to take.
Okay.
All right.
All right, XM Satellite Radio and Sirius? I think it's Sirius. Sirius have signed a new deal with Sound Exchange covering musical royalty rates and terms. The deal, with terms remaining confidential, covers the period through December 31st.
Good.
And more news, Walmart has now added Sky-Fi, Delphi, and they basically signed a deal in Walmart to put the full line of XM Satellite receivers in all 2,800 Walmart stores nationwide.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
When Walmart carry that, now you can get the XM receiver almost anywhere you go.
Almost any place.
And I hear they're inexpensive to have installed.
They are. They're on sale right now. What? Nothing. All right. High-flying Anaheim Ducks are headed to the first conference finals after disposing of our Stars, scoring with 1:06 remaining in the third period. Last night, they beat our guys 4-3. Victory gave the Ducks an improbable 4-2 series win over the top-seeded Dallas. And the Mavericks ready to show how much they have improved their offensive games against Sacramento. Game 1 set for tonight. Mavs will get a chance to even the score against the Kings, who won the first regular season series matchup 3-1. And who would you think would be the top, well, I've got a list of 20. We'll just do the top 10. Movie stars of all time. This is according to a British poll.
Top movie stars? All time.
Yep. These are all, let me look. Well, there are some women, but the top 10 are all guys.
Clark Gable.
Clark Gable is not there.
All right. Are these more contemporary?
There's some that are, that's more contemporary. With
Cary Grant.
That's number 10. Good.
Okay. Harrison Ford.
Yep, number 5.
Wait.
Cary Grant, number 10.
No, I'm still thinking.
You thought too hard.
Ron Palillo.
It's hard to believe that he didn't make the list.
Horst second on the list?
No.
What about David Landers?
Julia Roberts' name is on the list.
Hello.
No, Lenny's not on the list.
All right, let me think. Harrison Ford, Cary Grant. Who's the guy with the mole between his eyes? Russell Crowe.
Nope. Bigger than that. Most of these guys are all bigger than that.
Tom Hanks.
Number 3.
All right, I'm out. I don't have any more.
Ewan McGregor is number 9. Sean Connery, number 8. Anthony Hopkins, 7. Jack Nicholson, number 6. Harrison Ford's number 5. Kevin Spacey, number 4. Tom Hanks, number 3. Robert De Niro, number 2.
Are you going to fall asleep during the news?
And Al Pacino. No.
You put me to sleep.
Why?
I told you, pick up the energy.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
All right.
That's as energy as I can get. Without sounding stupid.
Well, I need to sound stupid.
Catch Me If You Can is out on DVD today. Did you see this movie?
No.
Cut number 1 is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Now, try it again.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
One more.
Leonardo DiCaprio. That's his name.
No.
Well, what is it?
Say it. Try it again.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
All right. That's what you're going to stick with.
Worked as a doctor, a lawyer, and a co-pilot for a major airline all before his 18th birthday. This guy, Frank Abagnale Jr., who's he's playing, he's a master of deception. And Tom Hanks, cut number one, was asked if he'd ever been conned by anybody.
Lied to, seduced, abandoned. You bet. Stolen from? Yep. Ripped off? That's me. Had it all happen. Some guy came up to me and insisted that he and I worked together on Bosom Buddies, that he was a lighting guy, and that he needed $40.
I gave him $40.
What happened to Peter Scolari?
Tom Hanks plays an FBI agent, by the way, that chases this guy. That's what he was talking about. Cut number two, Leonardo DiCaprio. We don't care. Do you really want to hear this? Why he wanted to meet and study the real Frank Abagnale Jr. while he portrayed Catch Me If You Can.
I read the script and I read the book, but I really wanted to, tap into his unconscious and really try to figure out what made this guy tick and what made him so engaging. And, I discovered that this guy was, seemed as innocent as a school teacher. He seemed so overwhelmingly trustworthy, and whatever you said, you felt completely engaged in, and he had a way of making you feel at ease unlike anyone I've ever met. And that's the direct reason why he was able to pull off what he pulled off.
It really is kind of a cute movie, to be honest. I know. Cut number three is actually a scene from Catch Me If You Can out on DVD today, which Leonardo DiCaprio thinks quickly and coolly assumes yet another identity to avoid being arrested by Tom Hanks, the FBI guy.
Is this where Tom Hanks gives Peter Scolari the $40?
No.
FBI! Come out of the bathroom! Step out of the bathroom! Hands on your head.
No, that's the new IBM Selectric.
Put your hands on your head.
Print type in 5 seconds.
Shut up!
Pop out the ball.
Put your hands on your head. Put your hands.
He's got over 200 checks here.
Hands
of Indian
on your head.
Drafting. He even has little payroll envelopes addressed to himself.
Put it down. Drop it!
Relax. You're late, all right? My name's Alan, Barry Allen, United States Secret Service. Your boy just tried to jump out the window. My partner has him in custody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What, you think the FBI are the only ones on this guy?
There it is.
Sounds exciting.
It was actually a good movie.
Where's the part where he gives Peter Scolari $40?
He didn't have that part.
All right.
It's not there. All right. That's news and information brought to us by Texas Harley Davidson in conjunction with D&M Auto Leasing. I will be out there on Saturday, noon to 2. They're going to put you in a Harley. It's very affordable through D&M. Anyway, I'm J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with The Russ Martin Show.
What's the matter with you crazy Mexicans?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Just make that noise while they're playing. Oh. Do we know if that translation's accurate?
Yes, it was done by somebody here in the office, so repercussions can be had.
All right. Well, the last one says the talk that oscillates Texas. There has to be a Spanish word for rock. Not sure whatever they have now. It's fine. As long as our Hispanic brethren understand the message. Mm-hmm. All right. We're going to do traffic here. All right. 347. It's a lovely Gail Lightfoot with traffic.
And good afternoon. Thank you. This brought to you by Just Brakes, Nissan, and Ultimate Electronics. Well, the High Five construction has traffic pretty slow right now. Eastbound 635 already stop and go from Hillcrest to Central. There's a crash as you head into downtown. It's on southbound 35 Stemmons, just past Woodall Rogers in the right center lane. There was a wreck on the tollway northbound at Beltline with an overturned car. They just cleared it up a little bit ago, and traffic is unwinding. On eastbound 635, just past Josie, there's a stalled car in the HOV lane. And in Arlington, a wreck. It's on eastbound I-20 just before Bowen. Injury accident, a bit of a slowdown from that. It's also brought to you by your Dallas-Fort Worth area Toyota dealers. Get your Toyota in shape for summer at your Toyota dealer with a complimentary bumper-to-bumper 19-point inspection. See your participating Toyota dealer or mailer for details and specials. I'm Gail Lightfoot, and that's traffic on Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Thank you, Gail. 68 for the overnight low. Some more scattered strong storms this afternoon. 92 tomorrow. It is 92 degrees currently at Live 105.3, the Talk That Rocks, Texas.
All right. This. Mo.
Russell?
Yes, sir.
Did you go out with Katana last night, buddy?
Why do you ask?
Did you eat it, buddy?
Buddy.
Did you eat it, buddy?
Buddy, that's a bit.
Oh, no.
There's
I don't believe it, buddy.
certainly nothing real to be seen here.
Did you chomp it, buddy?
Buddy, I can't say on the air.
Oh, no. All right, bro. Take it easy.
All right. I did go home to another lovely answering machine message.
Well, good.
From the girl I'm going out with.
Oh.
Has the voice been altered, Eddie?
Yes. 2 times.
Which one would I like the best?
I like the second one best. But
All right.
Did any of this come up over the weekend, or did she just let it go?
She didn't say anything about it over the weekend. She was too focused on the crap that Dewana was telling her.
Yes.
And I don't care what Dewana says. Everything was fine, at least with that weekend. Everything was fine until her and her psychic abilities started throwing out all this stuff. Yeah. So she didn't just tell her about her grandmother just passed. She obviously told her something else.
She told her grandmother was there in the restaurant.
I guess.
Jeez.
It's like, what's the reason for that? We're just having dinner. Why can't you do normal chit-chat like normal people instead of looking for dead things floating around the room? If you see a ghost hovering over me, keep it to yourself. Obviously, if they wanted me to see them, I'd see them.
Right.
I can't see them. They don't want me to see them for a reason. I'm respecting their wishes.
Shut up.
So I get this message going home last night.
Okay.
We've altered the voice, so none of her friends can recognize who she is. Unless, of course, she's already told them who she's dating, and that's her own fault. They're not going to find out through me. All right, that one's too much.
Okay. Is this Katana thing real or not? Call me.
I've had phone calls like that.
Still want to do squares? Because obviously she's listening to the station, or somebody's telling her about Katana. Both of those things are a violation of the rules, which are, don't listen to the show. If you do so at your own peril, and you can ask me no questions about anything. Or if your friends listen, they better not come tell you jack, because that's going to create the same problem.
I'm be very interested to see how this turns out with you. See if you can pull this off.
I don't want to pull it off. If we're having problems of 6 weeks, whatever, less than 2 months into this, it doesn't get better. The show's not going to get any easier to deal with. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it for her or anybody else around me. Not even those corporate ding-dongs standing out in the hall still looking in the window. I'm going to take their pants. I just started beating on the steering wheel.
Okay. Is this Katana thing real or not? Call me.
I just shook my head and I looked over at Katana and go, can you believe this?
Did you go out with her?
No.
Why?
She is.
Married?
She's got a husband.
I know.
I have to respect his wishes.
You never respected husband's wishes before.
Yes, I do.
Really? The married lady still come by once a week?
Why, yes. The next one's coming by Friday.
Tell how you're respecting someone else's wishes, then.
I'm being covert. If I didn't care about his feelings, I'd let him know what was going on. It's just like I've said in the past. When I cheat...
Yeah.
Hold on, how did I say it? Obviously, I love you, or I would be sloppy about my cheating. I don't want you to find out. I don't want you to get your feelings hurt. Once again, I'm thinking about you.
Jesus. You really don't believe that, do you? I mean, it sounds funny to say.
It's yes, I do.
If a girl cheats on you, you'd like her just to be smart about it, so you don't find out.
Not the same playing field. We've covered this.
I know.
Nature doesn't want it that way. Nature wants it two different ways. Nature wants women to be with one guy and nest. Nature wants guys to go from flower to flower to flower. That's why he makes women hot and luxurious when they're young, so they can breed. And then nature doesn't want us to have the old women when they get older. That's why they get fat and mustaches.
You know, when you put it that way, it makes sense.
It makes sense because it's true. God doesn't want us to screw old women. If he did, he wouldn't make them look like men. And that's exactly what happens. When you start getting a mustache, God's done with you. You're a eunuch.
Yeah.
You're no longer useful on this planet except to nurse and watch children. Be an Annie.
Yes.
Why do you think he gives them facial hair at a certain age?
Well, it's hormonal, actually.
No, it's a sign to us that they can't have babies anymore. They've gone through menopause, and they're no longer useful in the reproductive chain. So, as a sign to us from God, he gives them stashes and goats.
Yeah, you're right.
I wish I could make it different, but that's the reason for it.
And the breast sag?
Yeah. He makes them as unappealing as possible, so we don't waste our time screwing a dead horse.
Makes sense. Can't argue with that kind of logic. I can't.
I know you think I'm being flippant, but as far as nature goes, it all makes sense. If our job is to reproduce and have the species grow,
right,
screwing women that are infertile because they've gone through menopause is a waste of time and is a waste of nature.
I know. But you're not screwing to have babies. You're just screwing because you want to be screwing.
Yeah, but I don't want to go against nature.
Okay.
Because going against nature is going against God.
Oh.
I don't want to do that. Who wants to bang a chick with a stash?
Nobody. Jesus. Nobody.
Okay.
You're right. Logically, it makes sense.
It makes sense because it's true. Well, it is. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hey, Russ, if with your line of thinking, you're no longer functional in this society either since, if I remember correctly, you can't reproduce either.
I did that through my own choosing and not through nature.
Well...
Aha! Now what?
Now you're no longer useful to society.
I did that through my own choosing and not through nature.
Well, even so.
Sucks, don't it? Through my own line of thinking, obviously I'm still right.
Yes. Well, that's a good point. Men can still have babies. There must be some reason in nature that men can still have babies until they're 70,
we're dead.
70
Our
80.
sperm is good until we're dead. Women are good up until their mid-40s. Menopause kicks in. You get the goat and the mustache, and you're no longer useful to society. I'm sorry. Actually, you're useful to society. Yes. You're no longer useful to nature.
In the gene pool, yes.
Yes. Nature no longer wants you. That's why you've been cast aside.
Yeah.
That's why you now look like one of the Smith brothers. Side of a cough box. Cough drops. Yeah. Hi, Dana.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Then how come you got a vasectomy if you don't want to go against God and nature?
I don't want any kids.
Mm-hmm. But isn't that going against God and nature?
No, because then you would, by your line of thinking, birth control would be going against God and nature.
But you know why?
And I'm not Catholic, and I believe in birth control.
But do you know why we look like that?
Why you get the mustaches?
Why we sag and everything? Because we have your baby.
No.
Yes.
Those things happen because hold on. What is it, Mark?
You just said that you had a vasectomy of your own choosing.
Right.
And it was not...
well, it was also a court order, but that's not the point.
And it was not a natural event. It wasn't... You can't reproduce due to nature.
Right.
Well, now you're defying nature, which goes against God, which you just...
No, I'm just the same thing. I'm talking to this chick on the other line. You would say birth control is going against nature as well. Unless you're Catholic, that doesn't hold up, and I'm not Catholic.
Well, you have a point again.
Thank you. This is really too easy, and I only went to community college.
Yeah.
You guys should go and get your money back. Yes, Dana?
Yes.
Were you done with me?
I guess so.
All right. Well, it's very sweet of you to call in, and I enjoy the call regardless.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, Russ.
Okay.
Bye.
See, if I can get callers where they'll admit they're wrong, I could do the Mark Davis thing all day. The 10 minutes of nice, I could do the 10 minutes of nice radio.
Yeah, but he gets people that disagree with him, and he brings it to a nice close. Whereas, okay, you know what? Obviously, you're not going to listen to what I have to say.
I believe both of those phone calls just ended with a nice close.
Yeah.
And they disagreed with me, and I straightened them out.
Well,
so not only do two people, mine is better than his, because with him, two people walk away thinking they're still right. This is better because two people walk away knowing that I'm right.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Thank you. See? Once again, I walk away.
Yeah, that's right. You're beating him in the ratings, too, so that's obviously something.
I don't know if we're beating Mark. We didn't go against him head-to-head.
No.
But I'm sure we are. There's certainly no way for him to have fantastic numbers like this.
No.
Not being nice to people. How are you doing, Eddie? All right. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Russ. I just have a question. What is your feeling on men that don't have any sperm count and can't reproduce?
What do you mean, what's my take on them?
You what?
What do you mean, what's my take?
Well, how they rate in your category of...
God doesn't want them to have kids for a reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in his master plan, but obviously if God wanted you to have kids, he'd give you enough sperm.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Those are the people that are supposed to adopt.
Yeah. A lot of children out there need to be adopted.
Something happens to parents. Sometimes parents don't want their own kids. You people with low sperm counts or something's wrong with your eggs, you're the ones that can adopt. Unless you're gay, and then you go at the bottom of the list what you can adopt. I think I have the list.
Oh, no, not again.
Things gays can adopt. The Cowboys offense.
That's a new one.
Ted Williams' head.
Okay.
One-nippled Asians. Chuck Connor's corpse.
Okay.
Club-footed midgets.
Of course.
Black babies with adult arms. Giant-headed babies.
Okay.
Queer dogs. Christopher Reeves. Crippled Hershey's monkeys.
Let's see.
Stepkids.
Mm-hmm.
And tards. Thank you.
That's it.
Yes. Kids deserve a mommy and a daddy, and not both ones with cranks.
But still, it would be better to be in a household with two fathers.
It would be better to be in a household with a mommy and a daddy.
It would be.
Than with two cranks.
Yes.
Where you got to drop the pants to what?
As opposed to being in a children's home, though. It's better to be in a house with two daddies.
I would rather them be in a children's home than be with two daddies or two mommies.
Really?
Yes.
As opposed to a loving household where two adults.
Two gay guys.
Yes.
Nope.
Why?
Cause you need a mom and a dad to go through your.
Wouldn't it better to have?
Is it Oedipus complex? Your Oedipus years, where you bond with your dad and your mom. You get certain things from your mom.
Right.
You get certain things from your dad.
Right.
If both your parents are daddies, which are really mommies, you're going to miss out on something.
Yeah, but you're missing out on everything in a children's home.
Nah, you get a lot more stuff at children's home. I've been in children's home before.
I have too. I used to work there a lot.
Well, so did I.
Buckner. Really?
Yes.
I never saw you. Yes. What years did you volunteer?
I hate this to sound like a sitcom, but when were you there?
I'm not going to give you that.
I've gone out there during Christmas before. I think the last time was 97.
I did it pretty much all the way through the 80s and into the 90s.
I didn't do it that much. But we went out there, and they had their own little bunks, and they had their areas, and they had all the other kids to play with.
It's sad.
Well, I know it's sad, but you have other kids to play with. I don't think sticking a couple of kids in a gay household is a good idea. And because it's not natural.
It's better than that. I know they take very good care of the children at the Buckner's home, but I was very sad. I would rather see them in a house with two loving people.
You'd really rather see them in a house with two gay guys?
As opposed to a dormitory with a cold cot.
And what happens when you see these two gay guys kiss? How do you explain that to the kid? Now you're going to confuse them. Kids go through enough problems in life without having to look at their dad and go, hey, what am I missing here? Am I supposed to live this way? Are they setting is this my template that I'm supposed to go by? Well, kids deserve better than that. Kids are our future. They deserve a nice, warm meal every night and a loving mother and father.
By that logic, then there would be no gay children grow up in heterosexual households because you just see mommy and daddy, and you go, well, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's what I'll grow into. So seeing two gay people is not going to make you gay.
You don't know that.
Yes, it doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
Then there would be no gay people at all because they grew up in a heterosexual household.
I don't know what you're saying.
If seeing your parents, a mom and dad,
yes,
makes you heterosexual. If seeing two gays makes you gay,
yes,
then seeing two heterosexuals should keep you heterosexual.
No, because if you're gay, something's wrong with you anyway.
But so the point is seeing those people there is not going to make any difference.
It might confuse the kid. If you're gay, you're gay. But if you're straight, you might be coerced to be gay. Because you don't know any better. You see, you're really making me sick. And why are you defending the homos?
I'm not defending them. I'm saying, as opposed to living in a hospital environment, wouldn't you rather?
It's not a hospital. Buckner Children's Home isn't a hospital. They have a lot of stuff to play with. When I was a kid, my dad gave them a horse.
I know. Really?
Yes.
A horse?
Mm-hmm.
Horse? Mm-hmm. Really? Huh? Are you being serious?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know. I got the feeling that you didn't have that much money growing up. Horses are kind of expensive.
This was the early 70s. My dad still had money then.
Cool.
So he went by there and took him a riding horse.
That is very cool.
They ate it.
They didn't eat it.
Yes, they did. We came back 6 weeks later. How's Rusty the horse?
No, they didn't.
How do you ask?
They didn't eat it.
They ate it.
They did not.
We never gave them any more pets.
That's a very nice thing you did.
My dad did it. All right. We still all right, Eddie? No? All right, I'll run through these really quick. Hi, Jay.
Russ, I just want to get your opinion on Gold's big announcement last night.
On what?
Kind of his big announcement at 7:30 last night.
Whose?
Goldberg's.
Oh.
Said,
well, your phone cut out. I missed it.
Well, I only caught part of it because
I didn't hear it.
Something about he was going to have to reevaluate all this stuff because of...
reevaluate what?
I guess his sucky show.
Oh.
Then because of he had pissed you off and all this other stuff.
You know what? Here's what I've decided. And thank you for bringing this up. I've decided we got off on a bad foot.
Yes.
He made some comments in the beginning, untoward, in a roundabout way, threatened to shoot us. But that's okay.
He was playing.
He tried to apologize later, and like the ass I am, I didn't accept his apology. I now welcome him into the fold, and I will support his show on a daily basis.
Russ. Just got a memo. They fired him today.
Oh.
We'll be back with the Russ.
Are you serious? I didn't get that memo.
Yeah. What
did I waste my time for?
It just came out late.
Next time they can somebody tell me. Oh. I tried.
You did.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Okay, 413 J.D. Ryan is here. Eddie Boyd, Dan O'Malley, Trey Trenholm, Gail Lightfoot. Well, I want him back now.
What do you mean you want him back?
I want the Goldberg back.
You don't get to decide who stays and who goes, as far as we know.
I want him back.
Okay.
I'm not... Hold on. Yes, Gail?
Yeah, Russ, I've been listening to your show for years, and I think it's great.
Okay.
But you're always griping about that noise J.D. makes, something with his jaw, where he goes, I don't know, I never hear it.
That sound.
But who is doing the clearing the throat thing constantly? It's like...
We don't know. We don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Dan said it was you, but when I was on hold, you were talking and you didn't hesitate, and somebody in the background was going, reminds me of my grandfather. You don't know who it is?
What did I just say?
What? What did you just say? I'm sorry.
I said I don't know. It's annoying or not. You don't like it? Don't listen on the toilet. What makes you think I care if it's annoying or not? If I care what you talk, I wouldn't eat. Now I gotta finish.
Yes.
It's annoying. Fine. Well, to whoever it is, we'll just sit here and let it clog up in our throat till we drown in our own spittle. Is that what you want? All right, I'm almost done now. Anyway, I want Goldberg back. I am not coming. Yes, David?
Yeah, I have a question for JD. JD, I really don't understand your logic. How can you advocate gay adoption yet at the same time be a racist dog killer?
Yeah,
not a racist or a dog killer.
Yes, you are.
I've just talked about the kids, and I've been out there, and I think they'd do better in a home with two guys.
No.
Obviously better in a home with a mommy and a daddy. But between that and being there with no people that love them directly, the people that work there love them, as far as a family unit, it's not.
I don't think it's a good idea to take kids without parents and take them out of a dysfunctional situation, be it abusive parents or they don't want them at all, and put them into another dysfunctional situation. And two gay people together is not natural.
I agree.
I'm not slamming gays. I'm not saying they're wrong for what they're doing. I'm just saying it's not a natural situation.
But it's better than some situations.
Sorry, I'm outside with Russ.
Thank you, David. What do you mean you're sorry?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being an abusive household, 10 being perfect mommy and daddy, I think two gay guys raising a family, if it's a functional, they really love each other.
Well, if somebody already knows that the kids are in an abusive situation, they're not going to be there anyway, so they take them out and they put them in a foster home.
I just mean on a scale. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying on a scale it's about a 6 or a 7.
What is?
What
are you saying?
Two males or two females. On a scale of the worst situation growing up with a kid, like an abusive situation. And number 10 is mommy and daddy, perfect, Happyville.
All right.
The two guys raising the kids about a 6. It's not perfect.
A 2.
It's not a 2.
Yes, it is.
No. Abuse, neglect, emotional abuse, those are all 2s and 1s.
Also, it's okay to whack a kid around sometimes?
No, I said that's the worst case scenario. That's a 0 or a 1 on the happy scale.
Yes, Jenna? By the way, that was just JD that cleared his throat, in case anybody was curious.
I was raised by lesbians, and I'm fine. I'm going to be married in 3 weeks.
So?
I'm just saying that I don't think it's a dysfunctional situation.
I didn't say every time that you were going to be raised by gays you were going to turn out gay. I just said it's going to be... Weren't you a tad bit confused?
No.
You saw two mommies kissing each other, and that didn't confuse you sexually?
No, not at all. I always knew I liked boys.
But maybe you thought something was wrong with you because you like boys.
No. I always liked boys.
Because your mommy and your daddy, which were both mommies, both loved each other.
No, I grew up in a really open home, and they were...
What does open home mean with lesbians?
Oh, I mean, they supported what I did and whatever I dreamed to do, and, you know... I never got in trouble with drugs or any of that wacky stuff that a lot of my friends around me went through. I mean, I could go to them for anything.
And did you ever see them in bed together?
Do you mean like sleeping or like...
Either way.
I saw them sleeping. I never walked in. I think that... I think anybody wants to see their parents mugging down.
Oh, I do. I used to watch all the time.
You did not.
I did.
You never did.
I'm getting into chest of drawers. I'd sit in there.
But anyway, wanted to let you know I'm fine.
And you'd rather live in that household than you would, say, a children's home, for instance.
Oh, Oh, definitely. In fact, my
You
mom...
can't listen to her. She screwed up from living with lesbians.
She's not. She's happily married. She's getting ready to get married. She's happily, completely normal
She
person.
thinks she is. She doesn't know. She has no perception of what reality is because she grew up with two lesbians.
But
You can't take her word for it.
watches.
She doesn't know what she's saying.
Russ, my mom
Shut
was
up, you know.
married.
Doesn't know what she's saying.
You have to talk to somebody that was in both situations. A relationship with a mommy and a daddy, a real one, and then with two gays. And then you could say which one fit better with their own lifestyle. Well, you can't talk to somebody who was raised by wolves.
Raised by wolves?
Wolverines?
No. She also watches television and sees other people. She knows what normal is. And
she doesn't know what normal is because she sees her mom and her dad, two chicks, being together. That's going to confuse any kid. Children have enough problems.
Two adults that love each other as opposed to a loveless household or a household that maybe you grow up.
Let me ask you this then, John.
Yes.
Say this was 10, 12 years ago.
Okay.
You and your wife are in a horrible accident.
Okay.
The doctor comes to you and says, your wife is dead. See, at least I made a happy story.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Your wife
gets to the sad part.
Yeah. Your wife is dead. You're probably going to die, too. We need to know before you die. Where's your wallet?
Right.
And where do you want your two children to go? We have two choices. A foster home or these two fags waiting out in the lobby.
Fags in the lobby.
You give your kid to two gay people?
Absolutely. Two people that will love them and give them one-on-one attention, as opposed to
two gay guys.
Yes, as opposed to a storage facility.
You would turn your children. Buckner Children's Home is not a storage facility. It is a loving environment for children.
It is, but it's not a home.
It's a lobby for a home.
It's not a lobby.
It's an entryway for a home.
And some of those kids never get adopted. And
yes, they do.
No, they don't.
And look how they eat. They get to have horse.
Not it. Go up with the horse.
So my dad gave them.
They didn't eat it.
They did. They ate all of it.
I keep getting that image. I'm sorry. No, they didn't eat the horse. But I've been there, and it's not a great atmosphere. What they do out there, don't get me wrong, great place. But a home is a home. It's a family unit. Somebody to go to the park with, somebody to go to Six Flags with.
They have a park there.
Somebody to go on vacation with. Don't do it.
They have a park there.
I know. Riding stable.
Empty.
Okay. The job they do out there is wonderful. That's why I volunteered there for years.
All I know is if I had kids and I knew I was going to die, I'd rather them to go to a children's home than with two gay people.
Out of your, well, that's maybe because you grew up in a loveless home.
I'm sorry, what?
You grew up in a loveless home. People don't even talk about stepsisters and brothers, for God's sake. And when it does come up, you ignore it like it was nothing. You grew up in a house which was very similar to a boarding house. It was. Y'all don't talk. You never did.
You don't have to tell somebody you love them to love them.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Do you love me?
Yes.
You've never told me.
I tell you all the time.
You clear it.
It's not what I mean. I don't love you that way.
You don't have to tell somebody that you love them to know that they care about you. I care about everybody on the show.
Mm-hmm. And from time to time, you tell us that.
I've never told Eddie that I love him.
Anyway.
I don't even look over at him.
No. No, you don't. But in a loving, caring...
What makes you think that your household was better than mine?
I'm not saying mine was.
You said mine was loveless.
I came from...
I spent a lot of
very,
time...
Very emotionally connected parents. My dad and I did a lot of things together.
So you were saying my parents weren't connected?
I don't think they were emotionally connected. Just from the stories you've told, I wasn't there, but all the stories you've told, it sounds like no.
There were things that I learned
your
from...
dad clicks your fingers and goes, Cowboy Weaver. That's not being physically connected. Instead of going, hang on, you know what? My son's more important to me than this stupid television
show. Your dad never... It was Cowboy Weaver. Your dad never told you to shut up if TV was on?
No. He would ignore me during golf. That is true.
All right, that's exactly the same thing. At least my dad would acknowledge my presence.
But we also hunted and fished and went flying together.
We did stuff.
Long walks.
We did. We
talked.
Had time together.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite activity with him? With your dad? Was it hunting?
Watching Cowboy Weaver.
That's right.
Hold on. Yeah, Calvin?
Hey, Mr. Ryan.
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know that kids do get adopted out of Buckner's home. I adopted 3 daughters.
I didn't say none of them get, and I said some of them do not, especially the older children.
That's not what you said during the break.
I didn't say anything during the break.
But I also want to let
you said all the white kids got adopted.
I did not.
Didn't he, Eddie?
Yes.
I didn't say that.
I also have an 8-year-old stepson that his father is a rump ranger, and he doesn't know how to deal with that.
We just talked to somebody who did, so.
Sure. Have a good day.
Don't call and help me anymore, okay? I got it handled. Is that Vinny from the Platinum Club? I'm not talking to you.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Hey, did you know Raquel knew L.A.?
Mm-mm. She said in the studio.
She said you didn't know.
She didn't say it on the air, though.
No.
I remember because I was... All right, hang on. I remember because I was walking out of the room to go whiz.
Yeah.
Somehow her name came up, and you asked her if she knew her, and she said no.
Right.
Mm-hmm. She knows her.
How do you know?
Because I asked questions.
Well, what does that have to...
Why is that important that she knows her and lied about it? Or why would she lie about it?
I don't know. Some porn stars are just that way, I guess. But speaking of porn stars, I need to pick one out for next month.
No more porn stars. We're done.
So how about we play Let Russ Pick Out the Porn Star?
I can pick out the ones that are coming?
Okay.
That's a question.
Oh, that's an answer. I've got a big booklet coming in tomorrow, and how about I drop that by you on, like, Thursday, and you can pick out who comes to the Platinum Club.
Just a great big catalog of porn stars?
Of course there is. How many movies do you see on the shelf? That's how many girls there are.
Well. So here's a mistake, and had I known this before Raquel Darien came in, I never even thought about having her come in, she hasn't done porn in 6 years.
But she was cute.
She was cute, she was adorable, but she didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said, how about we let Russ pick out the porn star?
And you told her to get naked when she got here, didn't you?
I told her to get naked. I told her to grab your marbles.
And you told her.
I told her to.
And then Trey brings her in and nothing happens.
Well, you see what happens when you let Trey do things.
Well, you told her too, so obviously she lied to everybody.
She lied to everybody.
What about Terry Weigel? That would be my next choice.
Let me see if she's available.
Terry Weigel, Danny Sexton. Danny Sexton
retired. She had knee surgery.
Damn. Who else?
We have L.A. coming in September.
Nope. She's got somebody, she's got a boyfriend.
She's dating somebody.
And in August, we have Julie Meadows. Wait till you see this one.
I don't know who that is. I don't want anybody that I haven't met before.
Okay.
Joe Kelly's out because we're suing her.
Yeah, what movie was that?
Pink, Perfect Pink.
Perfect Pink?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to sue her, too.
Were you in that?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. You were in the studio that morning you brought her by.
Yep. If you're suing her, I'm suing her.
We'll just make it a class action to where we all go get her. Because you can't videotape somebody and just stick it in a porn and go, I thought they knew. In fact, I have an update on the attorney that's handling that. I think he's trying to find out how many versions there are out there, how many editions.
Oh, I'm sure.
How many tapes.
I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands.
And then we tell them, all right, here's what you do. You got to go get all of them. All right. When can I get my catalog?
How about I bring it by on Thursday?
Okay.
Sound like a deal?
Who's coming next?
That's what we're going to pick out. We're going to pick out June.
I like Terry Weigel. She's nasty.
Yes, she is.
And she's still hot. Well, that'll be my first. Bring the catalog by. We'll pick somebody up.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I was pissed off all weekend.
I know.
Called Vinny, hollered at him. Over the phone.
Yes.
You know, that is you clearing your throat.
I always push the cough button.
Doesn't make any difference. You hear it on my mic. And now you just chopped your teeth.
I'll turn away.
What is it with you?
Nothing. What does it matter?
I don't know.
Like this.
I don't know how you do that and don't notice it. Yeah, Tom?
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Yeah, you always say that you don't care what people think. and then they're going to tell you like this guy did on that forum, and then you get him fired.
On what forum?
Was that Shanley? What was his name? The guy that was on the.
Oh, I didn't get. Mike Shannon. Mm-hmm. I didn't get him fired. He got himself fired by running his mouth. You can say anything you want about me. I don't give a rat's ass. I was going to let him off the hook by barking at traffic. He didn't want to do it. All I know is I find out the next day somebody comes down the hall. I won't say who it is, but they went, took care of you, boy. Just like that. Yeah.
Oh, so you have guys that do it for you then, huh?
I can't run around firing people.
Oh, well, I mean, just because they have a different point of view from you, though, that's not a reason to get him fired.
I didn't get him fired. He got himself fired.
Well, if he hadn't put that out there, he wouldn't be fired, right?
Probably.
Well, so there's your answer.
What?
So,
all right, you know what? Let me do it this way. If you're ready to run your mouth, be ready for the ramifications that go along with it. Just like with the Dixie Chicks. You like freedom of speech? That's great. Say whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Just remember that it can come back at you.
Well, yeah, that's great. Everybody should have a right to say what they want. You know, the Dixie Chicks, you know, Bush, anybody. And, yeah, they should stand up for the ramifications of what they say.
Mm-hmm.
But if you disagree with it, at least they've got the right to say it.
Yes, they have the right to say it. And they have the right to take the risk of anything that may come along.
That's true. But they shouldn't get fired for what they say.
Why?
Why should they?
All right, I'll get him his job back, too. Anybody else? You mean to get Ron and Don back?
No, we don't want them back either, though. But this other guy, yeah, sure, why not?
You want Goldberg back?
Nah. Just that one guy.
All right. Or send me a list of people you want me to rehire, and I'll take care of it. Thank you.
Now, do you still want Goldberg back?
I want Goldberg back. I am not coming into work tomorrow unless he's on the air tonight. Or Tom Likas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
All right, so the stars are out then, right?
Yeah.
Brainiac, see if you can hunt down Ludwig. Because Luddy seemed pissed off when we, not really pissed off. Yeah, he was pissed off at a couple players, and he wouldn't say who it was. He's got that attitude, if we're going to pay you this much money, you damn well going to go out there and earn it.
I heard a interview with Madonna directly after the game, and he was just depressed and angry. And
I think Madonna always goes out and plays hard, doesn't he?
He plays very hard, as far as I know. But he was talking about the team in general. He goes, you only get so many shots at this in your career.
Right.
And he goes, I'm just sad to really have come this far and been this close, and the team not have performed.
I think Luddy said that he thought Madonna could go another, 8 years?
Wow.
Isn't that what he said?
You would think the concussions alone would get to him.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, because hockey is obviously, it moves quicker, you get hit a lot more. How long did Aikman last? 10 years? 10, 11?
Yeah, 10, 11 years.
How long has Modano been doing it? Is that Ludwig? Yeah. Hello, Letty.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How long's Modano been playing?
I would say this is probably about 12 years or so for Mike. 12, 13 years.
And you really think he can go another 8?
Well, I don't know if I said 8. I think what I said, Mike has got the talent and the ability, and I think his conditioning is at such a high level that if Mo wanted to play that long, he could. I don't think you're going to see Mo play another, 8, 9 years. And a lot of that today, I think there was a time when a lot of players played for a long time. Nowadays, when you're making the kind of dollars that they're making now, they really don't have to play that long anymore. They can still play this game and put away enough money so that when they're out, they don't have to do anything. And they'll be able to go where you can walk and talk and, enjoy the rest of life.
Mm. Where are you right now?
I'm at my house.
Oh, are you in front of a computer?
No.
Oh. Well, your website.
Would you like me to be?
Your website will be up. Should be up tomorrow.
What website?
We registered for you. That's not a hose job. It's
you're so honest.
I swear,
it really is, Luddy.
It's called theluddy.com. Luddy.com. Somebody already had. Ludge was gone. Craig. Some guy in Florida had CraigLudwig.com. So the best we could get you was theluddy.com.
Uh-huh. And what exactly is going to be done with this website?
It's just got, right now, when we get done on the phone, go to my website. Okay, you're going to have to pay attention. The mock-up is on my website right now. You go to russmartin.com /the Luddy, and you'll see what it's going to look like.
Okay, Russ.
It's not a hose. Can't we ever just say thank you for your help on the show?
Yeah, you can say it in better ways than that.
Not everything's gonna have a punchline to it.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's cool then. I'll check it out.
All right. What do I want to ask you, Trey?
Well, first thing is, do they think the Stars are going to be able to re-sign Hatcher?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hatch had a career year at the best time possible. I mean, he's an unrestricted free agent, but I know that Darian loves it here. He's got 4 kids, and they're in school, and but obviously he's going to have to look around, or he doesn't have to, but I mean that's an option of his. And but all of us that have played here and that live here, everybody to a man that I've talked to loves it here, and I think Darian's invested obviously quite a bit of time into his game and into this team that he obviously would like to stay here, and hopefully that him and management can get things worked out. I mean, like I said, I mean we've got a great team here, and we fell obviously very short of our goal this year, but I think if you look at this club and you look at the players that our management has put together, we know that we didn't end up where we are, and but we're a lot better than where we are right now, and that's being done. And I think you have to look at that as a player, that you might be able to get some more money someplace else, but are you going to have the legitimate opportunity to win a Stanley Cup? And there definitely is an opportunity to win a Stanley Cup here next year again with this same club. And we just need some better effort out of everybody. Obviously, I mean, it's not just one or two guys that win or lose. But
who is it? It seems like last week when we talked, you were pissed off at somebody. You wouldn't come out and say who it is. You just said there are a few different people on there that aren't playing the way that they can play.
Well, there's no question. I mean, I think if you even talk to the guys now, they're going to say that, and it's obvious. I mean, we know that we have one of the better teams in the league, and yes, we ran into a hot team. We ran into a team that's playing very good, and you have a goaltender that's playing very good. But if you go down and if our best players play their best game and their best players play their best game, we'd still be playing hockey today.
Do you think the Ducks, the way they were during this series, were they the way you guys were when you won the Stanley Cup? Were they just hungry to get it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, and again, I think we had a better team even then when we won the Cup than Anaheim does right now. And obviously they're going to disagree with that because they're the ones playing. But I think what they're doing is they've got a coaching staff there that gave them a plan and said, hey, here's the way that we feel is the best opportunity for us to move along in the playoffs. And they're buying in. I mean, to a man, you watch their so-called superstars and their players that have even been there, guys like Korea, I mean, that have been there for a long time. They are not trying to do anything special. They are just playing the system. They're putting the puck in. They're playing a very territorial game, which I think every team would ideally like to play. I mean, at the end of the game, when you spend 6-7 more minutes in the offensive zone than you do in the defensive zone, you're obviously going to have a better chance to win the game. And that's what they're doing. But everybody's bought into the game. They never get outnumbered as far as on the defensive.
Why can't he just say yes or no?
3 guys back, and
he's trying to be very.
They've got a goaltender that's obviously playing at the highest level that he's played in a long time. So
he's talking about something he loves
for real,
too,
and I think they've got a good chance to go a long way. I mean, are they going to win the Cup? I don't think they're going to win the Cup, but there's been other teams out there that I don't think any of us ever thought would win the Cup, and they did.
Do you think the game Saturday that Dallas played, I mean, didn't they prove then that they really were the better team and they just couldn't keep it up?
Yeah, what happened Saturday didn't happen last night.
No, I mean, what happened Saturday didn't happen a lot, even in the first round. I mean, I think our team put their best game out there on
at the
Saturday,
time we see how long it goes.
Firing all cylinders. I mean, every man played the kind of game that they have to play.
I want 38
for
seconds.
Our team to play as a team. That's exactly what we did on Saturday afternoon. And we knew our backs were against the wall there also. I mean, we knew that we had to win that game, and they came out and did that. And that's not saying that they didn't realize that the situation that they were in last night, but I think that they're there were obviously some of our better players who have to play 25? At the highest level to win this series, and not only this series, to win every series. I mean, when you're in the playoffs in the Stanley Cup, I mean, you obviously have to have some luck that goes your way. Your goaltender has to be the best that he can be. Your defenseman, your forwards.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What should did he start right at 38?
Yes. You weenie.
We're timing you to see how long you go.
Russ bet 38, and he stopped you right at 38 seconds.
I want the $5.
So he'd win.
What do you think the Stars need to do in the off season? What do they need to work on? And how do you take those guys that aren't doing what they need to be doing and elevate them back to where they should be?
Well, like I said, I don't think there's a lot that needs to be done with this team. Obviously they're going to have to get some of the free agents signed, but they put this team together last year. Coming into the season last year, coming in training camp, we felt that there was a legitimate chance for this team to be in the finals. And so I don't think that feeling has changed from management standpoint. I think what they want to do is they want to try to get the players that are going to be free agents signed. And yes, there's always going to be sometime you're going to tweak a little bit here and a little bit there. And then sometimes you say to yourself, maybe we don't have to. We can wait and see if something comes available at the trade deadline. So I really don't think that our management is sitting there saying, man, we need to make a lot of changes, because we know that we're a very good team. I mean, we fought right to the end this year for the best record overall in the league. So, that tells you something about our team.
Do you think 38?
Exactly.
Thank you. Are you happy that Hicks isn't going to sell?
Well, of course.
Let me ask you this way: does it matter to you either way? I know you like Mr. Hicks.
I don't know if it matters either way to us. But I think that the players that have been here know that he's been a great owner, and he's also been an owner that's allowed management to go out there and do what they have to do to get these players that are in here right now.
And you like Mr. Hicks?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Like I said, if it wasn't for Mr. Hicks, we wouldn't have a Stanley Cup ring here from '99.
Which I still haven't seen.
You know what? Ownership, what does that really do?
Look what it's done for the Stars. Look where the Stars were, and then Cuban came in, and I think he's done a lot over the past 2-3 years.
You mean the Mavericks?
What did I say?
The Mavericks.
Stars. Yeah.
But I think what Mark Cuban has done is he's provided the environment for a lot of players around the NBA to say, you know what, when I'm becoming a free agent, man, there's a place I want to play. They treat you well. They pay you well. You've got a building like American Airlines Center. You have all these goodies out there that you can take advantage of. And that's the same thing Mr. Hicks has done with us. You just make it more appealing for free agents. And look at this summer. We went out there and we looked at the top 3 or 4 free agents, and within a couple of days they signed with us. So I think that's one of the big keys for the ownership, is that they allow, or that you have that opportunity out there to draw in those free agents. And obviously with Mr. Hicks still there, that's going to help again this summer.
Have you ever been in his house?
Yes, I have.
What's it like?
Probably about something like you're living in now.
Yeah, whatever. How big is it? How many square feet?
Well, there's a couple of them that he put together, so I think he's building a new one too. I don't know. I didn't have my tape measure with me when I went there, but it's a nice home.
Has he got a hot wife?
Pardon me?
Has he got a hot wife?
Absolutely. None finer.
Letty, you're going to learn not to call.
Hey, let me ask you this. I'm looking at these pictures that we put up of you. We just found some, just to start the website, we found some pictures of you beating the snot out of people. There's one picture. I can't even tell the team because you've got him picked up and he's on your shoulders. Trey, look at this and see if you can tell. It's a blue and white jersey. And all I know is most guys, they just go beat the crap out of somebody. Luddy likes to pick them up and carry them around for him.
Look for a nice hard spot.
Yeah, I'll take you over here and beat your ass over here for a while.
That looks like Toronto Maple Leafs.
You guys get too much time on your hands.
No, just these were the best ones. And here's another one where he's beating the hell out of some guy dressed up like Santa Claus. It's a red and white uniform.
That could be Santa Claus.
Can you tell who that is, Trey?
That's Detroit.
Detroit, yeah. And look at Luddy's face.
I know.
That's not just a haphazard thing like, oops.
Nope. That's
anyway.
You guys got to quit living in the past, man.
That was my favorite part of the game. That's when I'd go. It's like, I didn't care if you guys won or not. It was, when is Luddy going to snap?
It's got to be when you guys call from now on.
Oh, okay. When are you going back out to the Apple? Do you ever go on the weekends? You always go during the week, and I can't make it.
Well, you don't start your show till, 2 in the afternoon or something like that?
Yeah.
And
okay, let me turn it. All right, let me turn it around. Let me turn it around this way. Sure. When you go play a game, what do you do to get ready for it? Do you just show up? If what do they call it when they hit the puck? Hockey or the puck when they start it to start the game.
Oh, the face-off. Sorry.
Yeah, when the face-off, do you just show up? If face-off is at 7:30, do you show up at 7:30?
Are you talking about your preparation for the game?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Is
yes.
You prepare yourself for your show?
Yes.
Right. It doesn't sound like it all the time.
That's the job.
I think you get.
That's the magic.
You've got a great staff over there that does a lot of preparing for you that go unnoticed. I see JD out there all the time. Is that the way he prepares?
Yes.
Okay.
It's JD show prep.
Right.
All right.
JD always seems well prepared for the shows.
All he's got to do is go and pull up news sites, print it out, and highlight it. That's his gig.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job then, because when I see him, he can't speak in sentences.
All right. There's no reason to be ugly. I'm not being ugly to you.
I'm just telling him.
He's right, though. That's the first thing that goes with you.
Yeah.
Your motor skills,
right.
They're fine. Speech, gone. When I saw you at the Platinum Club last week, as soon as and I don't think you'd been there an hour, you were already slurring.
Yeah. No doubt.
Hey, it doesn't cost as much that way.
Hey, do you think Y is going to retire? Did I say that right?
I don't think he should. I think that, and again, there's another result or an example of, players with money that
he's a goaltender.
That, they don't have to play. And Patrick Waugh, I can only kind of draw a similarity to Larry Robinson. I mean, I played with Larry Robinson, played with Montreal, and Hall of Famer, blah, 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 done everything. And, sometimes I think that players, they love the game so much, I think they need to walk away with it at times, that they may stick around a little too long, and they're remembered as being great players. And if their skills to start to diminish a little bit, it kind of puts a mark on them. I mean, why not go out on top? And I know Patrick didn't win the cup this year, but he's got some major accomplishments. But he can still play the game. He's probably still better than half of the goaltenders out there. So it's a decision he'll make and say, is it worth what I've done in the past to put a little checkered year on my record, and I think he'd say no.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, tomorrow I'll have Chris transfer over theluddy.com, Chris from Vert Biz, and it'll be yours to do whatever you want to with it.
All right, I appreciate that.
I'm serious. You can go look at. You can see it now. We just registered it today, so it's not up. So we had to use my website just to put the mock thing.
Okay.
Up.
How do you get to it? Russ?
Are you in front of the computer right now?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Type in russmartin.com.
Yeah.
/
Wait a second here. Okay, .com /
The Luddy.
Where the hell's the / Okay. The Luddy?
Yeah. Luddy.com was taken.
Yeah, kill me. Okay, well, I'm typing. I got one of these ancient things, so it'll take me a while. And it says not found, so don't even give me that.
It's on there.
RussMartin.com /
The Luddy. Yes.
That's it, The Luddy. Luddy or Luddy?
Luddy.
Okay, well, I knew it was a hoax.
Well, how do you spell Luddy?
Well, I don't know. It's not how I spell it. It's how you would spell it.
No.
It really is there.
I thought it was a nice site.
It is. It's very nice. Russ did the graphics on the opening page.
All right, guys. Well, I'll keep looking for it. It just says it ain't there.
It's there.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, sweetie.
Hey, you bet. We'll talk later.
Greg Ludwig.
He's probably doing the slash the wrong way or something.
We'll look at him. He's a knuckle dragger. What the hell is he going to do? God knows how many keys when he hits with one finger. The size of his fingers looks like a Duraflame.
Yes.
Is that 18-year-old chick still on 5? Do we have to break? Hi, Kylie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. You are the most awesome DJ in the entire world.
Are you 18 or are you going to be 18?
I'm going to be 18.
Oh. I don't even feel right talking to somebody on the phone. Did I show you this folder that I got? The Cheermania's coming through?
No.
I don't know why they sent it to me, but I'm going.
Remember the time we found that cheerleader channel?
Yes, on the Sunshine Network or something. JD and I just sat in the office and watched it for like an hour and a half. 2 men in their 40s, pants down.
No.
Anyway, Cheermania is coming through, and for some reason they sent me a folder just says for immediate release, and that's exactly what I was thinking. How perfect is that? Cheermania tours, rallies, cheerleaders, they're coming to Mesquite. Oh, boy. Cheerleader enthusiasts in Mesquite, Texas area will have a good reason to cheer on Saturday, May 10th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. when the Cheermania Tour, co-sponsored by Hanes Sport, American Cheerleading Magazine, comes to town. May 10th. Saturday?
That's this week.
Oh, is that this week?
Saturday.
I'm going.
Okay.
You take the Batmobile?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it doesn't say if it's high school or college. Hold on, let me look. I can read it. He just stuck his hand out like, well, let me look at it.
They have a website?
Hang on, I'm looking. Yes, HainesCheermania.com. Let me see if it says about college. If it's college, I'm going. If it's high school, I'm wearing sunglasses. But I'm still going. History of American Cheerleader Day. Does it say anywhere on the website if it's collegiate?
It does not. It's not coming up yet.
All those cheerleader. Hold on. Doesn't say. Here, Trey, go call this chick. It's Tina Miller. See if it's collegiate. And if they'd like to have some cheerleaders come up Friday and do a few cheers in the studio, that'd be great. I have one I'd like them to start with. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
You say that to him?
Yeah.
But you give him credit. He got him up here pretty quick.
He did.
Did you see the orgasm machine?
I did not.
No. But you asked him if they were going to leave it?
I didn't ask him anything. So I'm not the producer. That would be the producer's job to ask.
Ask Trey. Did you ask Trey?
I did ask Trey, yes.
And?
He said, I don't know. I said, I'm sorry. My bad. Just for a moment, I thought I was talking to Dan Lewis. What does that mean? Dan already had that figured out. In fact, from home, Dan's probably already got that through.
Yeah, if Dan was still here, we already blown our wads.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay. You just sit right here and be pathetic. I'm going on the air. Dang. He had it coming. He knows I'm kidding.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Hold on a second. I'm checking an email before we move on. What's wrong with the server? Load.
Trey, that's ugly.
What did he send to you?
F you.
No. Yeah, but he had to send it from his office. He's not in the studio with the big people. Mm-mm. All right, I can't get our service to open up, but I want Paul Anka on my Deadpool list.
Why Paul Anka?
I don't know. There's an email subject line that says Paul Anka Jowls of Death, and I don't know what the subject is. I mean, the text is, but I want Paul Anka.
I don't even know if you have room.
I got room. I just had somebody die, didn't I? Or I picked up somebody that's about to die. I got Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
Bastard still hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, man. Go out with some dignity. So I can get 48 points.
You got 7 more months to get him, so.
Yeah, I'm sure something will happen. All right, server's busy. It's not going to load. All right, let's see.
I just checked the news a minute ago, and there's nothing on there about his death. So.
I didn't say it. It says Jaws of Death. Did Trey get somebody for me to practice the orgasm on? Did he get that Bethany shit from Wild?
No, he was working on somebody else.
Who?
You want me to tell you?
Is it going to be a surprise?
Kind of. I mean, it's something nice you'll like. Some of you know already, but it's a katana.
Yeah, she's fine. She could use another one.
He was on the phone.
What?
He was on the phone doing that.
Yes.
I was making ugly comments.
Okay. She'll be fine. I'm just wondering how these things work. It said they strapped around their ankles?
2 electrodes, 1 on each ankle. Runs a frequency up their legs that apparently does something.
Well, we'll try it on her. I wonder if they have to wear that while you're banging them, or just wearing that would I guess we can ask them.
Right. No, they said the article. I have the original article.
Well, we'll just wait till they come in.
All right.
We'll ask them. They're here.
All right.
Calm down.
I'm calm.
All right, let's do news.
Okay.
And then we'll get them in here. That'll give the Katana time to get here. All right, 5:13, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. News is brought to us by SBC Communications and our good friends at Texas Harley-Davidson. In conjunction with Dana Auto Leasing, they're having a pre-owned Harley blowout. I'll be out there Saturday. It goes on all day. I'll be there noon to 2. It's going to be a big old party. I'll also have ZZ Top tickets. 183 at Central Drive in Bedford. You can't possibly miss it. Parts of Texas will be under an air quality watch and health alert as air pollutants will be at high levels throughout this week. Throughout Dallas-Fort Worth and southeast Texas, smoke caused by agricultural burning in Central America will be wafting through it for a couple of days. According to the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, the smoke contains small particles and fine particulates. If you have a child enrolled in public school, they may have a new subject and new requirements next year. A bill is being put before the state legislature that would require a moment of silence and pledging allegiance to the flags of both Texas and the United States at the beginning of each school day. The bill passed.
What?
The bill passed, I'm going to read this, just the way it's written. The bill passed by the House on Monday would require students to spend 1 minute of their day in silence, during which they could think about anything they wanted to, including prayer. Tommy Williamson, age 12, said he would take the time to think about all the girls he would kick down the stairs if he gets them. You sent that to me. I almost read it.
You should start pre-reading stuff.
Tommy Williamson, age 12. God. Now I'm afraid of all these stories that you send me.
I didn't read that whole thing. When are they going to start this?
It's just a bill in front of the state legislature right now. Moment of silence. And basically they're saying it can be prayer, it can be anything you want. Tommy's going to think about the girls and the stairs. Damn.
God, what would I think about if I had to do
1 minute of silence? Which you should give yourself every day. You really should.
Why?
You should just give yourself 1 minute of trying to turn off.
Oh, I can't do that. We've already talked about it.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
We talked about it last week. I don't know how to do it.
Burn you out.
You know what? I can't even go brain dead when I'm mowing the yard.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's why the show works the way it does.
But you're right. Sooner or later, even during vacation, I always go, you know what? I'm going to get everything done at the beginning of vacation, so the rest of the week I can just focus on nothing. Mm-hmm. It never works. And it's damned irritating.
I know. Even when you're driving the Batmobile, you can't just forget it, just have fun.
Mm-mm. I did Sunday when I was drag racing with a cop.
Yeah, there you go. You had a moment of zen.
It was about 4.5 seconds. Go ahead.
Parents of a 9-year-old with Down syndrome wanted to know more about reports of their son's misbehavior on a school bus, so they put a tape recorder in his backpack. What they said recorded is the driver cursing, threatening, and hitting their child. It also led to the bus driver's arrest. On the tape, the driver can be heard shouting at Jacob repeatedly during the approximately 45-minute ride because the boy is making bus engine noises and yelling. At one point, she said, the driver stops the bus and can be heard moving toward the boy, followed by what sounds like a slapping of clothing. The driver threatens to break her son's arm and beat him, saying, "Shut up or I'll tape your mouth shut and you know I'll do it." They fired. Needless to say, it's been arrested.
Why?
Because you can't do that. Slap a kid.
The kid's on the bus making bus noises.
So
obviously, there's got to be some kind of rule against that.
He's got Down syndrome.
And it's going to confuse the bus driver. Because when they stop and the engine's still running.
No, we've got Down.
They're going to think they got bad gas.
This is the person that works for a specialized care transportation company.
And they know exactly how to handle these kids.
That's not how you handle them around. You don't smack them around and
you tell it.
They're going to tape their mouth? Break their arm and tape their mouth? I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure they never really did it.
It says right here, threatens to break her son's arm and beat him. Shut up or I'll tape your mouth shut. And you know I'll do it. Not funny. Sarah Jessica Parker Gave birth 6 months ago. You'd never know it from looking at her picture in the latest W magazine. She doesn't want you to look at her, though. She feels bad about the fact that your gut still is not back to pre-pregnancy shape. She says she can explain why her tummy is flat. Quote, I could tell them, yeah, but I can afford a yoga teacher to come to my house. I can afford childcare so I can work out for an hour and a half. I understand that as a culture, we cling to this idea that celebrities look exciting. But not only is the standard too high for most women, it's too high for us.
I saw that picture. She looks great.
Yeah.
Tight abs. Everything's fine.
If you had it before and you have great prenatal and postnatal care, you can do it.
And if you got to be home anyway to raise the kid, why don't you just get some weights? The kid can't stay awake the entire time for the first 8-9 months of its life, can it?
No. It's very draining.
What?
Taking care of babies. I did it. When Christopher was an infant, I stayed, I worked all night and then stayed up with him all day. I went home and was Mr. Dad all day.
Did a fine job.
Thank you.
Why can't you stay in college?
He's in college. Today's his last final.
It's his last day.
It's not his last day. It's his final.
Mm-hmm.
He made it through the whole year.
Wow.
Well, that's good. It's more than you did.
I went 6 or 7 years.
And got 1 semester of credit.
That was at North Texas.
Oh.
At Eastfield, I got like 80 some odd hours.
Very good. And your degree was in what?
Animal husbandry.
British TV personality Graham Norton recently interviewed Mariah Carey and said that during commercial breaks, Mariah would tip her head to the side. And that was a sign for one of her staff members to bring her a Diet Coke with a straw in it and hold it just so she could sip it. When she was done, she would simply click and the person would leave.
I like that.
You like what?
I just love that whole concept.
Of having somebody wait on you. Who? One person who would do it, you don't let in the room.
I do now. Trey, go to the break room, get a straw, and bring me a beverage. Quickly. Go ahead.
I had to say that Keanu Reeves appreciates the stuntman who made him look good in The Matrix Reloaded would probably be an understatement. This is how Keanu takes care of his people.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went out and spent more than $200,000 to buy Harley Davidson motorcycles for 12 of them.
Harley David? Mm-hmm. So you didn't even get the good ones?
Harley Davidson.
Oh, Davidson.
Harley Davidson motorcycles for 12 of them.
All right.
These were the guys who worked with Keanu on a key fight scene in the movie. The scene was called The Burly Brawl. Keanu says, quote, I worked with 12 stuntmen for about 3 weeks, intensely going through the fight.
You have the straw?
And then we filmed for basically a month, almost every day. So we wanted to show his appreciation to his staff. He bought him Harley Davidson motorcycles.
How many did he buy?
12.
Bring it over here. Hold it up right here.
It's nice when somebody appreciates. Oh, Jesus. Trey, you're going to have to put your foot down at some point.
No, stay here. I'm not done yet.
You forgot. You have to wave him off with a click.
I ain't done yet. Hold it still. Wait, I changed my mind. I'd like another sip, please.
It says Mariah Carey just has to tip her head. She doesn't have to say anything.
Well, I don't have a code for it. Wait, come back. Hold it still. Wait. Go put it in the fridge.
Lord.
What?
Nothing.
And by the way, how many Harleys did he buy?
12. 12 guys that made him look so good, helped his career, helped him make a lot of money.
Right.
He bought 12 motorcycles.
$200,000? That's what he spent?
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't even get the best Harleys he could.
It's still a Harley.
I was going to do it. Everybody would get Fat Boys, and that would be well over $200,000.
If you were going to do it.
If I was going to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't get you some small Harley. I'd get the biggest one I could get my hands on. Everybody would get a nice Fat Boy.
We have one coming sometime soon?
You do.
I do.
Hold on. Yeah, Todd. Todd. What the hell is he listening to?
Can't tell. Oh, you know what? Turn it down.
What?
That's the Tom Likas feed.
Oh. Todd.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Dude, what do you have on that poor human being? He is a ballless wonder. He's got to stand up sometime, man.
I just wanted something to drink. Was that wrong?
No, dude, it's awesome if you can get it, man. But I'm telling you, Trey, is it Trey?
Yes.
Does he have ovaries in his sack?
I don't know.
What happened, man?
You know what?
You promised him $1 billion?
We'll check. We'll see what's in his sack.
Trey, stand up, man.
Dude, who's going to bring me my orange Sunkist?
Well, I guess somebody's got to do it.
Thank you.
Oh.
I certainly can't get thirsty. All right.
Here's news and information brought to us by Cody Ugly. I'll be out there Thursday night.
Is it Coyote or Cody?
Coyote Ugly. That's what I said.
No, it's not.
I said Coyote Ugly.
No, you didn't.
Fox is doing an open casting call for the next reality TV show called Paradise Hotel.
Cody.
Looking for men. Of course, he's going to say that. For men and women, and if you think you have
That's
what
not
it
the first time today you slurred something.
come out and see me. I'll be there from 8 until 10 o'clock. $1 drafts, $2 domestics. It's Coyote Ugly at 2813 Commerce Street in Deep Ellum. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3. The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
I think I'm just going to get glasses.
Why?
Well, if I do the Dr. Tylock thing,
right,
then it's going to be a week or two. I can't go another week or two without glasses. Did you see how early I had to leave last night?
Yeah.
Just so I wasn't driving in the dark, since I lost my glasses over the weekend. Because he wants to be a pain, and he wants to make sure he does it right.
Yeah.
So he wants me to go in for a pre-op visit.
Sure, you have to.
Why can't I just go in and they zap them?
Because they have to go in, they map your eyes, they put you up in this big machine. It takes a picture of your cornea, it maps it, then they determine what the best place is. That's the only way the laser knows what to do. Every eye's a little different.
Couldn't I just get one eye done and see how I like it?
You could. That's what I did.
Did you really?
Well, I only had the one, my right eye's the only one I have a problem with. My left eye's fine.
He don't pull no tricks while you're there, does he?
No. Wide awake all the time.
Okay. Because they could put me out and start taking Polaroids.
No. They don't put you out. You never go to sleep. You're in the chair a couple of minutes.
That's it?
That's it.
Once they do all the mapping and the stuff of your eyes, when you go back in, you're in there.
Is that
right, Eddie?
Is short.
Yes, the actual operation's really, really quick. The whole setup to where they're measuring everything and making sure you have to be able to stare at a light and make sure you don't have a lazy eye that wanders around.
Oh, I got
stuff like that. They test all that stuff, and then when you go in for the actual procedure, it's quick.
Okay. Oh, we got to do traffic here. I'm sorry, Gail.
That's okay.
All right. What do you got?
Well, I've got Just Brakes and Carrabba's, yummy, and Nissan. And a problem in Fort Worth on the South Freeway. Southbound 35 at Rosedale. The wreck's off to the right shoulder. You're back up to Hattie. And Dallas on westbound. Make that southbound Loop 12. Walton Walker at Northwest Highway. The right lane is blocked by a crash. And then in Irving on westbound 183, just before Loop 12 Walton Walker, you got a stalled 18-wheeler. It's in the left lane, and traffic's backed up past Regal Row in Dallas. And this also brought to you by AT&T Wireless. When you know your kids heard you the first time, that's M-Life, your mobile life made better from AT&T Wireless. Calling plans for the whole family. Call 888-MY-M-Life to learn more. And I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas.
Thank you, Gail. All right, we currently have a severe thunderstorm warning for Wise County until 6:20. Storms are kind of moving through Wichita Falls and up and away to the northeast. We could have another line of them this evening, so keep your ears and your eyes open. 68 for the overnight low, 92 tomorrow. We have 92 currently at Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas.
Did Trey say Katana was here? She can come in now. Trey said the guy that brought the orgasm machine up isn't the spokesman.
No, he's one of the inventors. I just talked to him in the hall.
Well, wouldn't he know the most about it? He didn't want to come on and talk about it.
He's just not their spokes guy, you know, so people get nervous.
Oh, what's to be nervous about? He's bringing us something for free. I'm not going to be ugly to him.
He knows that. Ask him, he said they're inventors. Now, what were you thinking about? Were you sitting around with electrodes and find out what different parts of the body? He said,
we went to Dr. Tylock one time, and we were sitting there, and he missed. We figured we'd give it a shot.
No. They were trying to come up with a foot massager.
Yeah?
And one of the side effects was this.
You got an orgasm?
Yeah. Makes the women very sensitive. It doesn't really give her an orgasm.
Oh.
It just makes her ready time short. She's ready to go and takes the slightest touch. Back to the show website, slightesttouch.com.
Really?
Yeah. That's what it says.
Maybe we could set up a little booth out there and they could take those electrodes. It's like,
no.
Stick my thing through it?
No. They said it doesn't work on guys.
At all?
Mm-mm.
Maybe if I just went out there in a little booth.
Doesn't sound like fun to me.
All right. Hello?
Am I on the air?
Yes, ma'am.
Pure immoral filth, an orgasm machine? I've contacted the American...
I'm sorry, you contacted who?
The American Decency Association.
Oh, okay.
And they said they would look into your program.
Are you the same skanky woman that called yesterday?
Yes, I called yesterday.
Isn't it funny she knew who I was talking about?
Rude, and you're so...
Yes, skanky woman.
When they come after you,
yes,
you'll know
skanky
it.
Woman.
There won't be anyone there to defend you or your disgusting show.
I don't need any help. I don't need anybody to defend me.
Who would stand by filth like you? Your program has no value, should be taken off immediately.
Why, just because you don't like it?
Because it's a disgrace and it's full of indecent...
Why is it... Wait, first of all, how do you know just because you don't like it, it doesn't serve some type of purpose?
What possible kind of purpose could such immoral...
I don't know. Don't put me on the spot.
Have?
Well, go ahead and call the ADA. Let them come and get me.
Did.
Come and get me. Come and get me. Come and get me. I don't care. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of them.
I already did. And
well, good. Good. Tattletale. Tattletale. Why don't you run around and tell everybody? You take my name when the teacher's going, huh? Fine. Tell them. Call anybody else that you want. I don't care.
Well, I will come up with a list then, and I will.
And you're right. I'll be there all by myself, and I don't care. Stinky.
He handles her.
Certainly nothing she could say to that. Who is that? What does she want? It ain't Friday. Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Russ.
How are you?
I want you to know that if the ADA or anybody else wants to start a fight with you, I'm right there beside you. I can tell them, I can just bore them to tears with all the good stuff you've done for Operation Kindness and for animals and how much money you've raised for the shelter and the animals and how much awareness you've created.
Well, you know what? But that's very sweet of you.
Well,
but that would
LOCO, I mean, how many petitions got signed? How many people signed petitions to get the LOCO law passed? And, you know, like I said, I can bore them silly with all that kind of stuff.
But you know what? That's not going to make any difference because they don't want to look at those things because it doesn't help their argument, doesn't help their fight. They don't want to look at the entire picture. They want to focus on one thing and assume that's everything. That's like going to one person and just focusing on their problems and assuming that because of that one problem, that entire person is a waste.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they're very, you know, I don't know. It's a narrow-minded perspective, I think, and I won't say that anyone in particular is narrow-minded, but that's a narrow-minded perspective to not look beyond sometimes the obvious and just to know all the great stuff you've done. And your the Russ Martin Foundation and, all the money you've raised there for the families of the police officers. And, it's just, if they don't know about that stuff, they should. But you're right. They don't want to hear
You're right.
that.
I'm a swinging guy. Thanks. She wasn't going to stop. No. What does McNeil want? Hi, Bob.
Does this mean we can't play in the American Decency Association golf tournament?
I don't know. Are you drinking?
What time is it?
How was Mexico?
Oh, Mexico was great.
Yeah.
It really was.
Obviously, you miss it a lot.
But after all, when you get through with it, everything, it's still Mexico.
Yeah, it's still hot and sticky, and how many chiclets can you chew?
Exactly. I didn't get laid either, so.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go out this weekend. We'll get you laid.
Okay, sure. Right.
Where are you right now?
It's a bar.
Yeah. Are you at the one that I met you at last time?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to stay there, I can meet you there later.
Well, actually, I've got to go meet an appraiser at the house.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, have a few more drinks and then drive to the house.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.
While in Mexico, he visited my Memorial Beach spot where I slipped and fell.
Oh, did you go to the same property?
Yeah, same property.
Same property. I didn't know that. Hi, is it Jonna?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I just wanted to tell Russ I'm behind him. I don't care what he's done for these other people. He's fantastic. I'm a woman, and I'm fat in his eyes, and I don't...
Oh, no.
Nice.
What?
He was complimenting you.
But she's fat.
So?
I don't want that help. I'm a hot chick. Where's Katana? Didn't I say bring her in? Where is she?
She's still being set up.
Oh, they're hooking her up to the thing?
Yeah.
Showing her how to use it.
Oh, all right. Well, get somebody on that can tell me about it. Yes, Bobby?
Hey, guy. She was talking about you was going to have to stand alone against the ADA and everything.
Yes, and I understand.
How appropriate. Daniel stood alone against the lion.
Yes.
The Messiah stood alone against the Romans.
I understand.
The Messiah gets to stand alone against the moron.
Yeah, that's right. Look what happened to Jesus. Thanks.
Great. Yeah, he was on a roll.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, Jesus, look.
Outside, Daniel in the lion's den. Yeah, that's what I wanted. My feet hanging out of a lion's mouth.
And the Christians took on them.
Yeah. Hey, Jesus took on all those people by himself. Yeah, that worked out well, didn't it? Nailed him to the cross and stuck him in a cave. I can't wait.
Excuse me.
All that's missing is some cake and hats. That's a party.
Yeah, but 3 days later.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
rose.
You get the Easter Bunny comes by your cave. Oh, good, it's Easter, man. There's something outside. Oh, where's this rock come from? It's easy. Mm-hmm. Well, then maybe I'll shut up.
Nah.
Oh. Hi, Shelley.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
I had a little twit decide what I can and cannot listen to on the radio. I'm extremely interested in what happens with this machine.
I don't know why it's taking so long to hook her up.
It's 2 pads, 2 electrodes.
And they're doing it outside?
No. They're just in your office or my office.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It sometimes takes a while to get a woman going.
All right, thanks.
Maybe they're showing her exactly where to put it.
Well, if they're not doing it in here, they're doing it outside.
I realize.
Okay. Is that the inventor of the thing? Okay. Hi, Bob. Bob?
Yes.
Hi, Bob.
Yes. Hi, Russ.
How are you?
Just fine.
Good. You made this thing?
Well, actually, it's a collective group, 4 co-inventors.
Okay. How does this thing work?
It's pretty simple. It mimics the same frequencies that the body uses in sexual arousal.
But only for women?
But only for women.
Okay.
And we simply have figured out those frequencies. It took us about 9 months.
Yeah.
And we also found the right place to attach the electrode to do it. In this case, it's on each ankle, small electrode pad.
How long does it take to put all this stuff on? Because Katana's been out in the hall for a while.
Well, I suspect that they want to make her comfortable. This is going to be an unusual situation for any woman to be in, I'm sure.
Yes.
And I suspect that's what they're doing. But it is not that difficult once someone is familiar with it and simply applies the electrodes, properly adjusts the unit. And if you think of the ankle pressure point, this is like an acupressure point where the electrode pad is applied. It's kind of like the on-ramp to a superhighway right to the pelvic region in terms of raising the woman to a pre-orgasmic plateau.
How'd you figure that out?
The initial concept was an accident.
Okay, what did you say they were working on, JD?
A foot massager.
Okay.
Right. One of our people, one of the inventors of the four, was working on actually giving someone just a simple foot massage and decided to pick up an electronic device that he had prototyped. And he thought, I'll give a little extra stimulation to this foot massage, and she accidentally had an orgasm. The product that he used was actually had some degrading parts in it. It was an old device, and when we went to try to replicate it,
it was another distributor from a 64 Chevy.
No, that's...
We spit in her face and let her stick her feet on it.
Not quite. But it took a while to...
You ready to go again?
It took us a while to refine the frequency that did that, and then it was kind of like the difference between a 2-day-old Mad Dog and then fine wine 9 months later.
Oh, I got it. But the Mad Dog still does the job.
Well, Mad Dog probably does, but we were looking for fine wine because you have such an extraordinary range of sexual response between women in general. And we found it was successful with the naturals very quickly. They would have multiple orgasms rather frequently and successfully. But then when we went broader and tried to incorporate something that would work with more women, it took a lot of time.
Well, hold on. Our test subject is in the room. Have they already hooked you up?
I am hooked up.
I didn't realize how flat your little belly was.
Sure you did.
No, I didn't. I can't really say anything about it. Not that I've really ever seen it. Where do they got you hooked up? Let me see. All right, they're on.
My ankles.
Okay. Now, is there, Bob? Is there a certain spot on the ankles that these have to go, or is it just around the ankle in general?
No, it's a very specific spot. It's an acupressure point that is the width of 4 fingers above the ankle bone.
Got it.
And the key is. Your test subject, if I may call her that.
Yes, you can call her Katana.
Katana?
Yes.
Yes, Katana has probably had the pads placed in the correct place, and she's probably had time to adjust the device to the appropriate setting.
Have you adjusted it yourself?
Yes, I have.
Now, do you feel anything? Don't embarrass me in front of Bob if it don't work.
No, actually, I did.
Now, do you actually have to stimulate her otherwise, Bob, or will this thing do it on its own?
It will send out a rhythmic pulse, depending on each individual, but as a general reference point, about every 2 minutes, she will peak and valley between what is potentially an orgasmic cycle. It takes some women 4 or 5 minutes. It takes some women 10 minutes to get to the point of that pre-orgasmic plateau. But once they're there, it's a little bit like surfing waves. I mean, they just go from one to the next if they so desire.
What would it speed up the process if you actually applied these directly to the lips?
No, you would not want to do any genital contact with a product like this.
Okay. I'm just asking because you know how people think. They're going to go, hey, well, if the ankles works this fast, screw the highway thing. I'm going to go, direct to the cave.
Right. But this is a deep and dark place, as some people have noticed, and you have some very sensitive tissues there. It's much easier to pick up on a very major nerve pathway down at the ankles. It's out of the way. The man has an open situation to work with, and as
I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But if a chick was by herself, she might think, well, you know what? I don't have a guy here. I'll just take them off my ankles and apply them directly to my lips.
Yes, but as we know, there's hair there and sticky pads, and I won't go any farther.
No, I understand.
The general thing is electrode pads should, like this, in this particular case, should never be brought up, especially above the rib cage area, because that the heart works on an electrical frequency. There are pacemakers that obviously use frequencies, but that's a very attuned situation. There is it's just a general guideline. We'd like to see people keep this below the waist. You can put 2 of the pads on the back on either side of the spine above the buttocks,
yes,
and achieve the same results. sometimes folks have surgical intervention, kneecap surgery, or they have plates and screws and things.
I may just take it later and stick it in my
anus. Those people need to use the back position. But other than that, we would recommend
I bet it makes
the
it
ankles
pooch out.
the optimum location.
Be very dangerous.
It just has been proven to us over and over again.
What was I going to ask? Hold on. Have you turned this thing on at all, Katana?
Mm-hmm.
All the way up, or are there varying settings, Bob?
You do not want to turn this all the way up. The biggest issue with any stimulation device like this that's running on a frequency is each woman's body tissue and her electrolyte level, her blood chemistry will change the amount of electrical frequency needed to achieve the desired goal with each person. So we're caught in the situation of having to have a large selection of options, if you will, in terms of the amount of power that the unit can apply.
And this won't work on men at all, right?
It will not work on men, but as the woman adjusts the unit, she will be able to sense at the electrode pads the initial sensation of the frequency being at the pad, then she basically tunes it down so she can't feel anything at all, and that's very counterintuitive. And what people want
all I know
to
is all this sex talk
and
is really
I want to
turning
get it
me
all
on.
wrapped up, and for some reason I should rock and roll. It's the exact opposite. It's a very subtle
I think I had my first orgasm when I was a kid.
Electrical charge, if you will.
Peed on
and that's what we're trying to replicate, and this results in what we call the 10,000 butterfly sensation.
Yes, I did.
So as she
I did it on our go-kart. Mark goes, Mark goes, hey, pee on this. I went, why? You're going to pee on it.
Occurs with sexual arousal.
That wouldn't be an orgasm. That would be very painful.
She will not experience an orgasm unless there is physical stimulation added to it by herself or a partner.
Remember the movie poster for Chevy? Oh, hang on a second. Yes, well, that sounds wonderful. This thing's only a couple $100?
That's right. And,
why you could charge a lot more. If this is going to speed up a chick, or for some women who don't even have orgasms, is this going to make her more apt to have one?
Well, that's a very
remember the movie poster for Chevy Chase and Vacation, Christmas Vacation?
Well, familiar with the literature.
That's what I look like.
Most, I think it's 95% of women who are pre-orgasmic.
Your brother's evil.
Clinicians say,
I didn't know what I was going to do.
Have never masturbated. So right there, that leads you to the conclusion that there may be
my first
more
orgasm.
here than
And the first time I crapped my pants.
Of an orgasm. If someone is psychologically been traumatized or told things by their mother or father when they were young, very difficult for them to overcome those issues. And I don't know that mechanical device
no,
to necessarily
now you're making
solve
and
that
when your
problem.
eyes come out, it really does make that ooga noise.
So we don't look at this as for pre-orgasmic women. On the other hand, we would say it's something they may wish to try.
And what's the website for this?
SlightestTouch.com.
Okay. Well, thank you for the visit. We appreciate it. We can't wait to try it out.
Well, I hope your results there, Katana has a good feeling that she can express to people, and that would be interesting to hear.
If not, we'll lie about it.
Please don't.
I got a good feeling.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, Trey interrupted me. I was about to...
You think you could actually finish without anybody around? I mean, without anybody doing any other stimulation?
No.
I don't. No, she's not going to experience an orgasm without someone doing something.
Okay.
The simple fact is it will bring her up. She's telling you she's experiencing something. I would encourage you to ask her what those sensations feel like.
All right. Now, when you say it brings them up, now, can you get her to an orgasm without actually going down to the genitalia, or can you do it with just touch around the body?
Well, we were asked if someone could nibble on the neck and cause it to happen. And, of course, there are some very fortunate people who can have orgasms from that kind of activity, but it's fairly rare. I would say our experience is clitoral stimulation or G-spot stimulation is ideal.
Well, it sounds like a fabulous product. I can't wait to try it.
Okay, great.
If you're looking for ways for men to achieve orgasms, I have an old spark plug method I'll share with you later.
Men don't seem to have much problem in the orgasm department. They have a problem in the other department, and I think the pharmaceutical guys have addressed that. But the women have been in a very difficult situation when partner sex, when they arouse at a lower rate of speed, and the man is already ready, then he has a tendency to short-term the foreplay and wants to initiate intercourse, in a sense, prematurely. And so the end result is she can end up dissatisfied and unhappy and frustrated.
That's too bad. Well, Bob, we have to go because there are some scary Negroes outside, so we're going to have to go lock the doors.
Okay, we understand.
Nice to visit with you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Quit it.
What?
I'm scary Negroes outside the doors.
What will you do if there were scary black people outside?
What would I do?
Yes.
I don't know. Get Eddie to chase them away.
And and how do you run Negroes off?
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Screw that bitch with the ADA. I don't give a rat's ass what she does. Let her contact the advertisers. Let her do whatever the hell she wants. We've been through this before. I
tried that.
And I'm guessing they assume that all the advertisers on this show are idiots and they have no idea what they're advertising on. Right. That's why D&M's been with us for 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Or who the cat zappers?
Premier Laser Center.
Yeah, Premier. Mm-hmm. Been around for a couple of years. Century Satellite.
Vermont Teddy Bear keeps coming back year after year after year.
Yeah. They're idiots. They have no idea what's going on. Pro Flowers. They don't know what they're doing. That's why they keep advertising on the show. You're right. Go tell them. Go jump on them.
Yeah, Marty at the Premier Laser showed me one of those letters she got. They just laughed at it. And they're like, what do they think we're stupid, honestly?
Obviously, they think they are. And you know what? This is a show you're advertising on. We know that. Thanks. Thanks for thinking we're stupid. I'm not going to follow along. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean that we shouldn't like it either.
They're so unorganized, too. The American Decency Association sent a letter to Norm at Condoms to Go. Like, he doesn't know what kind of programming.
Why don't you go get Bruce while you're at it? Yeah. Amazing Superstore. When he's done mopping out one of his rooms, it's full of glop. It's not. Oh, no, I got a letter from the American Decency Organization. I'm advertising on what? Let them come and get us. If I got to stand there by myself, I'll stand there by myself. I don't need any help defending myself. That was very sweet of Johnny from Operation Kindness to call.
It is. It's true.
Things that we do for other people, we don't do it because I'm going to need help in the future. You do it because, in fact, I met a cop over the weekend.
Right.
After I whooped his ass on the service road.
Let's clarify that. You were dragging in the Batmobile.
No, we were in Garland. I whooped his ass.
Did not.
Yeah. We were going down the service road. We were enjoying a little,
testosterone surge.
That's exactly what it was. And God, that was, there's no way to describe it.
Yeah.
Because I knew what he was doing. Because we were both driving along. And I was watching out the rear end of the car, and I see him come flying around the corner. He's hauling ass. He punches it. Car does a fishtail. I know what he wants to do. He turns on the light and siren. He's in the far right-hand lane, so obviously he's not pulling me over because I'm in the middle lane. And we had already made eye contact earlier. So I went, okay, well, if this is what you want. I turned on the lights and siren on the Batmobile, and I stomped on it. And we go blowing through an intersection. Oh, God, I get hard again thinking about that.
That'd be cool.
It was just one of those moments, and I can only imagine what the people on the side roads are thinking as they see a cop car and the Batmobile going flying through an intersection with sirens.
It must be a bank robbery. It must be.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the Batmobile with him. This is really bad.
Where was I going with this story? Oh, and then later we talked, and he said, I appreciate what you guys do for police and firefighters. And I went, you know what? As much as I'd like to take credit for it, it's just the right thing to do. What kind of idiot's going to run around going, cops and firemen don't deserve crap. Their families don't deserve crap if they fall in the line of duty. That's not really, a controversial angle to take.
No, it's
to support them and their families.
Very few people step out on a limb and do anything about it.
That's not stepping out on a limb. That was my point. You go and do the right thing. It's not stepping out on a limb. It's just doing what you should do. And I tried to explain that to him, and he was, anyway, you get the idea.
Yeah. Everybody can have that opinion, though. Most people don't do anything. They don't set up a foundation because it's a pain. You've said that a few times. It's a pain. You got people, stacks of email every week.
Well, then you know what? For everything that I've done as far as paperwork and all the other grief, this police officer paid me back Sunday. But we're doing that.
It had to be fun.
Yes. Amazing. So what's going on with your cat zapper? Is that thing working, sweetie?
It's working very nicely.
I see you rocking back and forth. Mm-hmm. Why don't you come over here
and sit?
And we'll see how it works. Yes, and sit. Because I don't know how far. How close do you think you are to actually... Does that get you pretty close to having an orgasm? Does it really? Well, that's worth $200.
Yeah.
Really, if you can put that on a chick and she gets close, and for some women that never have orgasms, if it gets them that much closer, it's a godsend. Because I am so tired of pumping and pumping and pumping. And you finally look at them and go, hey, would you at least fake it?
So I can be done.
Yeah, because I'm going to finish anyway. At least make me feel better about myself if you fake it.
It's true.
Stop being so selfish. Let's see, what does Vinny want? Vinny back from the Platinum Club. Calling to apologize again?
No, but the weekend before you go on vacation for July 4th, Terry Waggle.
Really?
Really. That would be June 26, 27, 28.
Love Terry Waggle.
Definitely Terry Waggle. She's done and in.
Trace gave me the website for me to take a look at.
Yep.
The Gallery of Stars.
Yep.
Now, all these women are available to book?
All of them are available to book.
All right. Well, let me see what I want here. Hang on a second. Amber Lynn, I don't. Let me look at her.
Just forget about Jenna Jameson.
I don't want her.
So she's $20,000 for 3 days.
Is she really?
Actually, it's $20,000 for 2 days, 6 shows.
Do they actually generate enough money for you guys to make that back?
Well, not with Jenna Jameson, no, but everybody else, yes.
Okay, everybody else is affordable.
Yep.
What about Ashlyn Gear?
I'm writing it down.
All right. Well, let me just look. It's like going through that catalog, the Neiman catalog.
Yes.
Charlie, I don't know who. Ooh, Charlie's nice. But I don't know her. I don't want anybody else in here that I don't know.
Well, that's why they're sending me a whole different portfolio. That's, what's been up on their website for a long time.
Okay, so this isn't a complete thing.
No.
All right. Terry Weigel is a yes.
I don't know if they have Julie Meadows on there, but that's one you ought to take a look at.
Yeah, it does.
She used to work at Baby Dolls Dallas.
Oh, I recognize that face. Normally it's got a crank in the middle of it, but I've seen this before.
We have her coming in the 3rd week of August.
Is she nasty?
Yes.
Yeah, nasty's good. Rebecca Wild, I don't know who that is. All right, yeah, get me the, what about Shea Sweet?
Shea Sweet.
We had her on about 4 or 5 years ago.
Got it written down.
All right.
But I'll bring you that whole thing in on Thursday.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay?
All right, thank you, Vinny.
All right, buddy.
All right. What were we talking about?
The electronic orgasm.
Before then. Oh, come and get me.
Oh, ADA.
Care what they do. You can't, honestly, you can't worry about it. You just can't. McNeil leaves memo after memo of different things the FCC's decided on and different stations that have been fined across the country. You can't. If you looked at that and tried to decipher it and extrapolate what you needed out of it, you'd go nuts. Because none of it has a rhyme or reason. Somebody will be fined one thing in Cincinnati. Somebody will get fined, will do the same thing in Toledo and not get fined. What's the difference?
Very arbitrary as far as the FCC goes.
I mean, Stearns had problems with them for years. I can't imagine how that keeps you from going nuts, unless you just ignore it.
I think he has.
Well, then perfect for him.
And in his arrogance, they've continued to fine him.
Let them fine him. That's not arrogance. It's just doing what you got to do. And sometimes I have to do what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I have to scratch myself, and then we'll do news.
Alrighty?
Wait. How's your clam zapper going? Do you even need me to touch you? How close are you to being there? Like if it's a 100-mile trip, you've gone how many miles?
About 90.
Really? Wow. Let me see the unit. Silent touch. And that's the only control right there at the top? And did they measure your ankles or whatever, or they just kind of slap them on?
Four fingers above the
bone?
Bone.
That was it? And you can really fill it up to your twaddle canal. And you already have it set at the level you need right here? Because I don't want to jack with it.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Well, hang on to that.
You need to get one of those.
Why? Having a problem giving it to Joy?
No.
Well, why do you want one? If you know how to pound them right, this wouldn't happen.
It's not the case.
Obviously, you're pounding your meat wrong. How do you pound it? You pound it from behind?
I have.
Up top?
I have.
Normal?
Every which way.
From the side?
Oh.
Swinging?
Mm-hmm. Slow, fast.
Well, obviously, you're not pounding it right.
I am pounding it right. This just helps. It gets it there quicker.
Does she have orgasm?
She tells me she does.
You ain't pounding it right.
How do you know?
Do you ask?
I ask.
Well, if you have to ask, they're not having an orgasm. Do you do the face? Do you do the buck teeth look? And look at her and go,
right.
Did you?
I do.
All right. I stopped asking a long time ago.
Did you?
Why ask? If they did, they did. If they didn't, yeah. And you know what? What am I going to do any different? You pound it from all different angles. If you're not having it from that, then God doesn't want you to have one. And far be it from me to go against God. Now put this T-shirt between your legs and get up.
Jesus.
Ripple someplace else.
Yeah.
I really don't know that women are meant to have orgasms.
Yes, clearly they are.
Well, look what Katana's having to use to get one. She's having to go through electric stimulation.
Have you ever had an orgasm through sex, regular sex? Really? See, all the time. And that's what the guy said.
Well, don't look at me. I don't know. I don't know if she had orgasms.
See? That's what he said, the natural ones that can have the multiples.
Okay.
There are women that just do it. It's easier for them.
Okay.
And ones that struggle with it, and I personally think it's all in your head. It's what you grow up with. It's the religious things that are put on you when you're a little kid.
Possibly. Like you don't deserve it. I don't deserve an orgasm.
Well, I do.
Why is it guys?
Sex is dirty. Sex is not. Well, because
that makes me hornier. When somebody goes, sex is dirty, it's nasty, it's taboo, it's something you shouldn't have. I can't finish quick enough.
That makes you hornier. A lot of people, that's, that's been beating their head for so many years. This is a no. God doesn't want you to do that. You want to go against God.
Okay, well, fine. Why make me pound for about half an hour when you know that we're not going to get where we're going?
I agree.
Really, after 4 or 5 minutes, they should tell you, hey, it's not going to happen. Anytime you're...
5 minutes, the average woman takes...
You know. Katana, how long does it take for you to get really close? Yeah.
Through sex.
Well, name a minute.
7, 10.
Can you tell at 5 minutes, hey, you know what? There's a really good chance I'm going to have one.
Sometimes.
See? Sometimes enough for me.
Because you don't care. You don't.
I'm trying. I make the face like I care.
Yes, face.
Here's what the face looks like.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, that would keep me from having one right there.
That's probably why you've never finished when I'm banging you. Yeah, John?
Russ, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you tell Trey to beat you to a bloody pulp if you ever...
No, I told Eddie to beat the hell out of me.
Yeah,
then I changed it to anybody that we don't know.
Okay.
Anybody we've had in the past that we know that's going to come in and play around, they're welcome back. I don't want any new chicks. I'm tired of jacking around with them.
I don't want Eddie beating you bloody. That'd be ugly.
I'll tell him. He'll be sorry to hear it. Let me see if there's anything else on here. Raquel Darian's a no. Nina Hartley, she was all right, but it was like listening to Sylvester the Cat.
Yeah.
She had that lisp. And all she did was pull her cans out.
He comes in, pops them right out, and they're out the whole time.
Yeah. God, Ashlyn Gear's been so long, I forgot what she did. I know that Terry Weigel's, yes. She can come every single week. I don't see anybody else on this list. Shea Sweet. I don't think she did much else but just pull her top off. Joe Kelly is out. Lawsuit. Ginger Lynn. She was sweet. She didn't do anything. I don't recognize any of the other names. I think Ashley and Gary would probably be okay. Amber Lynn still looks good. I used to pound it to her in the 80s. Mm-hmm. And I'd always wait till the middle of the night to go by Stop and Go and get the magazine.
The porno magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 7-Eleven didn't carry them.
Oh, that's right.
You don't want to walk into some place and pick one of those up. You just look like a
slime.
Yeah. So you wait till nobody's around. You go in. You put on your ski mask.
No.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
I never had to pay for them.
It's weird, isn't it? I went going to Poncho's that one time. You didn't have to pay. You just walked out, and I followed you.
Yeah, I know, but I thought they were getting held up at Stop and Go.
Yeah.
What is it, Steve? Steve. Hold on. Dan, what exactly do you tell them when you put them on hold? I want to know verbatim. I'm calling in. Hey, I want to talk to Russ.
Okay. What did you want to tell him?
I want to tell him about the Stop and Go's don't sell those magazines anymore.
Okay. What's your name?
Rodney.
Rodney, okay. What I want you to do is turn your radio down.
All right.
He'll be with you in a second.
Okay.
Tell him exactly what you've just told me.
All right.
And keep it short and sweet.
Okay. Thank you.
You might want to add, the moment you hear us, you'll be on.
Yeah. Steve. Steve. Oh, I'm milking this until something happens.
You just heard.
I even hear the delay, and he's not saying anything. Steve, you're an idiot.
I even hear the delay, and he's not saying anything. Who, me?
Yeah, you jackass.
You're an idiot.
What a douche.
Hey. The radio's talking to me. I wonder if that's... God? Are you good? Yeah, tell them as soon as they hear me answer the phone, say hello, they're on the air, and start talking.
God just called me a jackass.
Well, crap. Can we do news here, Eddie? We got a break? All right, here's what we do. We come back, we do news.
Okay.
While you're doing news, we'll experiment with this thing with Katana.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll actually need to... hey, don't have it until we come back.
Okay.
I think it's too late.
Is it?
Did we miss one?
No.
Did you have one? Are you close?
I'm fine.
Are you seriously close? Would it help if you had a tug? Yeah.
No.
You sure? It'll help me. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
All right, 6:32. J.D. Ryan is here. Eddie Boyd. Dan O'Malley, Trey Trenholm, Gail Lightfoot. Katana from the Amazing Superstore. The website is katanastorm.com. You put anything on that yet? Will you stop fidgeting with that? You're going to have an orgasm. I ain't going to be anywhere around you. Would you spend $200 on that? Yes? All right.
I will purchase one.
Well, we should have got a percent. Well, you know what? We should all get free ones. This guy's gotten thousands and thousands of dollars of free radio.
True.
Especially with her back there stimulating her.
Twisting and turning like the seat's on fire.
Let me take these and we'll start news. Yes, Bianca?
Hey, Russ.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
Good.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Been wanting to ask you for a while, but I didn't want to humiliate my dad, but I decided I don't care. Here it goes.
All right.
John Rohde. Have you heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
It's my dad.
LaBelle and Rohde?
Uh-huh. Deadbeat dad.
Is he a deadbeat dad?
Deadbeat dad.
Well, we can't say that because I don't know that you're really his kid.
Okay, I am, but yeah.
Well, I don't know that. You could be anybody.
Okay, how can I prove it?
Well, you can't.
Anyways, he's just recently been remarried.
Okay.
To, I heard about it through, like, my stepbrother, Pamela Steele. And I remember hearing her name when I was a kid, like on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Is she ugly?
No.
She's my stepmom. What's she
Pamela's
look
a little cutie. She is a cutie. Mm-hmm.
like? A cutie married my dad?
Nothing wrong with your dad.
Oh, my God.
Assuming he's your father.
Yeah, we don't know that he's really your dad.
Okay. I never wanted to call because I thought he might hear it and he might get mad and never talk to me again. But he's a loser.
Well, why would you call him a deadbeat?
Why would I call him a deadbeat?
Yeah.
Because he's never done anything to be a father.
Has he supported you? Have you gotten money from him?
No.
You've never gotten any cash. Your mom's never gotten any money whatsoever.
No.
Well, since I don't know you and I don't know him, I can't put any validity to this. All I know is a few times.
Come on, I know you got some mean stuff to say. And
I don't know the man. I've met it. You know what? I'm not going to get on and talk about somebody's family life if I don't know.
You know John Rhodey. Everybody knows John Rhodey.
I don't know anything about his personal life.
Oh. He's got 2 kids that he don't take care of. But anyway,
well, fine. I'm sure. Well, then congratulations. If I was him, I wouldn't take care of you either, little bitch.
Damn.
What?
Nothing.
Well, you can't just call up and say that, expect us to buy it. I don't know what John Rhodey does. I have heard that he was dating Pamela Steele. That's something I wanted to get about 15 years ago.
Me too.
She didn't want to have anything to do with me.
Me either.
And you were married. Oh, so you tried?
No.
Excuse me?
No.
Mid-80s?
No.
You were still married?
Yes. She was dating or married or something.
She wasn't married in the mid-80s.
She was dating that black guy. Can't remember.
No, that was Ed Budenero.
Yeah.
It was the late 80s.
Okay.
So you're trying to work it?
No.
Mm-mm. I tried once and she didn't go for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you were single.
Yes.
She was sweet.
She is. She's a little sweetie. Mm-hmm. This other stuff, I don't know and I don't care. Good enough.
John Rhodey's been nothing but a nice guy to me, so.
Yeah. Of course, he ain't never sent me money either, so I can't say.
Deadbeat friend.
Yeah. Bastard. What is he doing now? Does he do anything?
Last time I heard he had a computer, some kind of a computer company. He twisted off and got out of radio and got into computers.
Oh.
And he came over to Channel 39 when I was doing TV commercials, producing them, and produced a television commercial there for his computer company.
Okay. Well, good. Glad to know. Is it the Brumley on the hot? Yes, Al Brumley with the Dallas Morning News.
Hey, Russ. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
How's your chemo treatment?
Excuse me?
Your chemo treatment?
What about it?
How is it?
Well, it's fine. You know, I mean, it's...
Well, I know that it takes a lot out of you. I'm just asking how you feel.
Well, it does. I'm better now. Had kind of a rough weekend, but I'm feeling much better now.
How long are the sessions when you go in?
I don't go in. I take pills.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not getting intravenous.
Oh, okay. That's why you still got your hair.
Yeah, actually, that's part of it. Yeah, it's I'm not losing my hair.
Oh, could you hold on for a half second?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, Bianca.
I'm giving you the opportunity to apologize.
For what?
Little bitch. Oh my God.
Well, you are. You call up. First of all, I don't know who you are. I don't know that you're really his kid. And even if you are, don't expect me to take it at face value that that's who you are.
The number one.
How rude of you to call up and think I'm just going to believe some disembodied voice on the phone.
Irregardless if you believe.
First of all, irregardless isn't a word. Bitch is one, and that's what you are. What'd you want, Al?
Are we back to me?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if, I mean, maybe I'm just putting too much into this, but it seems to me you've been throwing out some hints about you and XM radio.
I haven't said anything.
And, I mean, like I say, maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but it sounds like you've been talking about maybe taking your show to XM or something. I mean, and don't you have some kind of big shot, 7-figure contract through 2006 or something? I mean, you couldn't leave the station, could you?
No.
Hello?
No, I couldn't. Is that the quote you were looking for?
Well, maybe, like I said, maybe it just seems like you and JD's been reading stories about XM a lot, and you've been...
These have been very, very fascinating stories about XM that JD's been reading.
Yeah. And
I think people are interested in this. I think
how you would never ever do mornings again on broadcast radio, and I mean, you're dropping all kinds of hints.
I don't get to what the hint is on that. I just said I would never do mornings on broadcast radio again.
Right.
What is it that you're reading into that?
Well, obviously there are other options now other than broadcast radio. And if you were going
Not for Dan Lewis.
to go to XM, I mean, that'd be a pretty big story if you were to decide to go to satellite radio.
I don't think they've got anybody big on satellite radio.
I just thought I'd
don't know who the rundown is.
I'd quit wondering and just give you a call and ask you.
Certainly nothing going on that I could share.
Okay.
With you.
That's all I wanted to know.
I have decided, though, to embrace Ken Goldberg. I've decided to let the comments that he made 2 or 3 months ago, the ugly comments that he made towards me in the show, I've decided to let those go. Mm-hmm. And I will now bring him into the fold and welcome him to 1053.
Well, that's very big of you considering he got fired today, right?
Well, I never said that my timing was impeccable.
Didn't he quit on the air last night?
I don't know what he did.
Somebody told me he made a big announcement last night that he was quitting.
Yeah, that's what happened. He quit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, I forgot to tell Billy across the hall that Goldberg's gone. I gotta go. Love you, Al.
All right.
What are you writing about this Sunday in the Dallas Morning News?
I don't know yet.
Well, I don't have anything for you as far as the XM thing. There's nothing going on here. You know, I can't go anywhere and I throw crap out like that just to be an ass.
Well, okay.
In fact, I think that Siebert has been extra nice to me just because of these XM comments.
Okay.
I can't go anywhere. I'm here till 2006.
All right. Well, like I said, I was just curious. It just started sounding kind of suspicious to me. So.
No. If there was something going on, I would keep my mouth shut, wouldn't I?
That would seem to me to be the smart thing to do, yeah.
Right. So, just running my mouth.
All right.
All right. Well, good luck. We'll check on you later.
Take care.
All right. Billy will love this. What's the number over there?
I would say 214-787-103.
What's he playing?
Wow.
Hey, Billy.
Yo.
We're on the air. What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Yeah. How long before you go on the air?
Like right now. Why?
Oh. Well, talk to me live on the air.
Okay. Hold on.
100.3. Wild FM, it is Billy the Kid, the Freak Show. Chulo, Michelle, the world-famous lesbian. Hold on, wait, who keeps calling the is that Russ Martin?
It's Russ.
Yeah, it's Russ. Hold on. Our sister station. Yep. Hello,
Billy.
Russ Martin.
Billy.
Yes.
What's that noise?
What noise?
Music.
It's called, well, that's just a music bed, Russ.
Sounds like you got a tribe going on over there.
That's true.
Hey.
Yes.
Did you guys hear about Goldberg?
Russ, be nice.
What?
Be nice.
Did you hear about our night show?
Yes, be nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to be nice?
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Just making sure.
You hear you got canned?
Stop!
What?
Stop it!
You got canned.
Hey, there was corporate people in here today looking for you.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, no, well, they were.
I saw the Hummer with your face on it.
Oh, great. What about it?
I just saw it yesterday.
Okay.
Somebody said Goldberg was bitching that he couldn't get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Well, I mean, it's got Billy's face on the side of it.
Right.
And Goldberg's running around going, well, I wish I could get my face on the side of a vehicle. Like, where are they going to stick the nose?
Oh, my God. Hold on. We got this hot girl. Where do you work?
Work at New Orleans now.
I guess he blew us up.
Yeah.
Really, where would you put it?
I don't know.
I mean, how big's a Hummer?
Okay. You should see that. Have you seen this audio-visual system in that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That is huge. And it's got Billy's face on the side of it that looks like, I don't know, 4 feet by 5 feet tall.
It's almost 2 doors.
Yeah.
Of it. It's his face.
Well, maybe they'll let Goldberg drive it.
Possibly.
All right. Do we have time to do this, Eddie?
Yeah, we need to take a break.
All right. You had an orgasm yet?
Told her not to.
Well, but I keep looking back there and she's up to something. Don't have too many. All right. Save a couple for me. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
I don't get it. Bob's bitching at you. Why?
He said I got the ball rolling with this situation and brought him...
With what? With Goldberg?
Goldberg. My fault. I ruined his vacation.
All right, explain this to me how.
He's in Mexico, wants to take his vacation.
Bob McNeil.
Right. And the other day, I heard... It was on the radio. I didn't hear like in the hall. I heard Ginsburg go, big announcement.
Who's Ginsburg?
I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Goldberg. Big announcement. Monday, 7:30.
He said that on the air?
Yeah, on the air. And I said, I think I wrote it to you in an email, just a casual little, oh boy, big announcement. Can't wait for that. And I guess you told somebody.
I told Siebert. I went, hey, Snotlocker's got a big announcement at 7:30 on Monday. So if I was you, I ain't telling you how to run this crap hole. Mm-hmm. But if I was you, I'd have somebody watching. Because God knows what he's going to do.
Yeah. So that, then, you got Siebert upset, then he called Bob in Mexico.
Well, what's that got to do with you?
Because it's my fault, because I got the ball rolling by hearing that on the radio and mentioning it to you.
Well, somebody would have told me.
I would have.
Trey told me about him smashing the phone over the weekend for some reason.
So, he was looking at me going, thanks a lot.
Why is it McNeil can't take responsibility for things he screws up on himself? He was the idiot that put him on in the first place. And the only reason I'm saying this is because Bob ain't here and I know he's drunk wherever he is.
True.
You didn't get the ball rolling.
He wasn't ugly.
Goldberg did it by his ratings.
Right.
And instead of just kind of flowing along when everything starts and go, hey, you know what? We're just going to kind of be the new guys. We'll be nice. He threatens to shoot anybody that goes down there with a blank gun. Are you really that stupid? I tried to be nice.
You did.
When?
That first couple of days.
Yeah, before he threatened to shoot us.
Right.
Yeah. I was.
You were. That didn't sit right with you.
All I know was that some of the different things, I screw it.
Okay.
All I know is the time now I'm ready to welcome him back into the fold, and I find out he's not here anymore.
Right.
How does this happen? There's no way you could have planned this. Is there?
No.
Thank you.
No way.
What are you doing in here, Space Spook?
I need a sort of a yay or nay on some guests that want to come on the show.
Well, hold on. I'm trying to give Katana an orgasm. Come up here. Why don't you talk while I'm playing with the katana?
Okay.
All right, stand right there. Now, how close are you to an orgasm?
Very close.
Like if I massage your shoulders or there's those great big luscious milk buckets?
Mm-hmm.
Would that work?
Breathe in my ear and my neck, too.
That'll do it?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Trey. We're listening.
Okay. Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
All of them?
It's one group.
But all of them?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like all of them.
Okay.
I'd like for them to sing September and
Boogie Wonderland.
Is that them?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Boogie Wonderland.
I know the song. Are you sure that's them?
Mm-hmm.
September for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Matchbox 20.
Yeah,
we've already talked about that.
They're fine.
MC Hammer.
Yeah, bring them on. Hmm? Are you close?
Mm-hmm.
ZZ Top.
Yeah. All of them?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All right, and then people... and Pearl Jam.
Yeah, they're fine. No Pearl Jam.
No?
No, they're the ones that they were bagging on Bush.
Okay.
Screw Eddie Vedder.
These are phone interviews. Albert Brooks.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Conley.
Hey, could you turn away? Turn around. Thank you. Yeah, Jennifer Conley's fine.
Okay. And Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, she's all right.
Would you like to bet on the Mavs game?
Hey.
What?
6 more inches away, you would have been in trouble.
I hit the delay. I want to bet on what?
The Mavs game.
I'd rather bet on Katana. Oh. You have this turned all the way up? Or where you need it?
No, it's not all the way up.
Well, why don't
That's
you
too
turn it?
much.
Is it too much?
Yeah, it defeats the purpose if you do that.
But you're close now? Like how close?
It's right there.
Okay. You want me to go get the dog color? Or the funnel?
No, but you can get the vibrator.
Did you bring one?
They brought one.
Oh, did they really? Over here. Oh, we'll back up. Right here. Sit right here. Take your thing. Don't move. You can look now, Trey. Oh, perv. You and your great big inverted pink nipples. What? What are you looking for? Ah, screw it. We'll do it after the show. I'll tape it so everybody can hear. Okay. Are they inverted?
No, I don't. I have normal nipples.
I'm just curious. Mm-hmm. Seems like Trey would have inverted nipples.
Mm-hmm. I dated a chick with those one time.
Mm-hmm. How do you get yours to come out, Trey?
They don't come out. They're normal.
That's a shame.
Not even squeeze your ball? Wow. All right. How are we doing, Eddie? Do we have time for this? No. We don't? We take this break and then like us?
We can talk up to 7 and then hit like us.
Straight up 7?
Yeah.
All right. Did you go through all the guests?
Huh?
Let me ask you again. We go through all the guests?
Yes.
All right. All those will be fine.
Okay.
And they're going to perform in the studio?
Yes.
Okay. JD, you asked me about something during the break. What is the 1964 thing?
Oh, they're coming to Bass Hall. It's a tribute to the Beatles, and they look and sound just like the guys, and they sing like them, and they put on a great show. It's this weekend at Bass Hall.
Uh-huh.
And
it's too late now, isn't it? When did they call?
They called Monday, and I asked you.
You did?
Yes.
What'd I say?
You ignored me and tried to shoot fireworks at me in the office.
Oh, yeah, that was last night.
Last night. It's every night. What do you mean last night? I can't even check my computer without you shooting fireworks. You're going to hit me with one of those things.
I am not.
You never know which way those go.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
First of all, the ones that I'm using would never go after you.
Why?
Because you're white.
Anyway, if one of those hit me and exploded, that would burn me.
All right. Let's see what these people want really quick. Hello?
Hey, is
yes.
this 105.3?
Yes.
Tell me something, man. Was JD and them kidding when they said that y'all cut loose Law and Disorder?
Yes, that's gone.
Are you for real?
Yes, we're for real.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Why is that?
Huh? I love that show, man. That's one of the few. That and old dude on at 11 o'clock, that's about the only reason I watched it.
Like Us. Well, we're about to move Like Us back down to 7 for a while.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, unless you like your own show.
What can you do? What can you offer me?
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Huh?
Bob's been talking about that show for a while.
You guys are terrible. You guys are terrible.
I'm sorry. Nobody heard it but you. I hit the delay.
Okay.
But you can say it if you'd like.
I got it on tape. Don't worry about it.
No, you don't.
They're scary then.
What?
Nothing.
All right, everybody got that with me, so I'll just let it go.
Thank you.
Oh, they are. Oh, yeah, you can't put them on at night because they're too scary. That's when they're scariest.
And sometimes very busy that time of day.
Yeah. Huh. Be on it or steal one? Great. I'm vexed. Let's go.
Okay.
And it's 7 o'clock. All right, do the plugs.
All right, we'd like to fight.
Hold on. Who's that on the hot? Hurry up if it's Bob. All right, go ahead then.
SlightestTouch.com. The folks that brought us the orgasm machine.
Trey, call them. Who wants one?
I do.
Obviously, Katana gets one.
Mm-hmm.
JD, you can have this one. JD wants one. Eddie? Off the air, you want one?
Yes.
Okay. Trey?
Get 4 of them.
Okay. Maybe your mom will clean your room for you.
SlightestTouch.com is the website.
You can try it on yourself. Maybe it'll pop your nipples out.
For more information about the Russ Martin Show, to email us individually or for details on the police and firefighter poster, go to russmartin.com. To instant email us only during the show, send it to studio@russmartin.com. For my war tribute and picture gallery, go to johndavidryan.com. Eddie Boyd's odd, sometimes scary website is eddieBoyd.com. To visit Trey, go to treyturnholm.com and or pinknibbles.net. For updates on the Dan and Tassos Weekend Show, go to danandtassos.com. The official site for the Talk That Rocks is live103.com. Oh, and the lovely Katana Storm, it's katanastorm.com.
Yes.
For her website.
And then we'll see you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Lovely evening. Tom Likas is up next.